Hi, my name is Michelle Laliberté. I'm the production designer on Scream 6, and you're watching Craven's Something Scary.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome, visitors, subscribers, and Cravenites and patrons. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Well, here we are on a Monday night, and I hope you had a great day so far today to start your week off. And if you didn't have such a great day, then hopefully you're having a good night or will end your day on a good note tonight here, as we're going to be streaming and just hanging out for a little while, talking about Scream. Yes, Scream 6 and Scream 7. We're going to do a little bit of both, and we're just going to let our hair down and have a good time. So, excuse me. So here we are, and I want to say welcome to everyone. And before we get into our discussion tonight, I just want to acknowledge some very special people. And all of you who are in the chat right now that have your name is happens to be green, and you have that really cool skull logo beside your name, that means you are a channel member, otherwise known affectionately as a Cravenite. And you are in the inner circle of this channel community, and your monthly support keeps this channel, or as I like to say, keeps the lights on. And so I really appreciate all of you for your support. And on that note, I want to give you guys a little bit of the spotlight tonight, as I like to do on every live stream before we get into our topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, real quickly here, all of you, I want you to have this time to shine. So, for all of my patrons and channel members, these next few seconds are for you guys to get that recognition that you so deserve for what you do for the channel and for me and for the content that I really work hard on to give you guys for hopefully your enjoyment. So here we go, guys. This one is for all of you, and everyone watching, please take a look at these slides, because all these individuals you see here really do substantially help this channel. And you can all become a channel member and have your name among these lists as well. It's real simple, just to click the join button. Right now, it's right next to subscribe, and you can have your name here listed as well, and you can be a part of the inner circle. All right, let's do it. Here we go, guys. All right, fantastic. Thank you all again for your amazing support every single month. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, and if for any of you that join on this live stream tonight and choose to become a channel member, I'll have the opportunity to do something I love to do, which is give you a very special greeting that I get to do in real time. And that would be an amazing thing. So if you're looking for ways to support the channel beyond only being a subscriber and a viewer, that's one way you can do it. All right. So very good. Thank you guys. Wanted to get that done. And the last thing I'll mention here, and we're going to get into it, is that I will certainly try to get to as many of your questions as possible and comments tonight in the live chat. But as you know, we're approaching 30 people now, and that's a lot of comments and questions that I'll be scrolling through. So it's impossible to get to everybody. I know all of you understand that. I don't have to say that, but I always like to do as a reminder. And just know this, if you leave a comment and I don't get to it, it's not personal. I'm not ignoring you type of an issue. It's just there's not enough time. All right, that's all it is. But I will say this, if you do happen to have a burning question or comment, or if you have a theory on Scream 7 or Scream 6, something you want to share that you really want to, get out there on the table for discussion, you can send a super chat. You have the ability to send a super chat, and that is what I call the fast track. All right, that's like the HOV lane. If you guys know what that is, it's the speed lane. It's the far left lane on the freeway. Okay, what that will do is it will move you to the front of the line, and I will make sure that the stream will not end until every single super chat that comes through is addressed. So you have my word on that. All right. So just keep that in mind. It is just a means of you being able to ensure your comment gets on the screen, and it's out there for you. Don't feel like you have to, but if you want to, it's there for you. And at the same time, you're helping the channel in a really great way. So before we get into it, I hear a knock at the door. You just never know, guys, when someone's coming through the virtual neighborhood and comes knocking on the door. And I got a real special guest tonight, and I'm very excited. We've actually been trying to connect to have a session together for a while, and it hasn't worked just because of schedules for whatever reason, but it's happening literally right now. Guys, please welcome a very dear friend, a brother in the Lethal Collective, the one and only, I like to call him my little bro. Please welcome Killjoy Jake. What is up, dude?
What's up, man? Little bro's in the house.
And we're here. We actually did it,
Yeah, man, we did it. We made it happen. I love it. There's magic in the air, Steven. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. I'm telling you, man. It's like pixie dust, man. And it happened like just instantaneously.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's so cool. So Jake and I are going to be discussing Scream 6, and we're going to look ahead to some theories that we have, and we're going to look for you guys and your theories, and we're going to just tear it all apart and get into it, and it's going to be awesome. So, and what's something else that's awesome, guys, we've already got Carter coming in to start us off. We really are just beginning with the super chat with $5. Thank you, Carter. What a nice way to begin. And Carter just says, it's so happy to be here. Happy Monday. Well, thank you, Carter. Happy Monday to you, my friend. And Jake and I are very excited you're here as well. This is awesome. It's a lot more fun when we have the community with us, right, Jake?
Yes, talking to a bunch of people is always more fun than just talking into the void to yourself. I agree.
It totally is. And Carter, I'll tell you what, man. Let's find a good super chat clip. Now, Jake, it's been a little while, man, since we've been able to connect, as I was just saying. So I'm not sure how up to date you are on some of these clips now, man, because it's been a little bit. Although you were on the 9K.
I was there
on
for
the
that.
9K. So you've seen a lot of these newer clips from the 9K. But how about do you know? Now, Jake, you are a musician. You play guitar. You know. Do you know how to sing in Yiddish?
I want to learn how.
Does Rosetta Stone teach Yiddish? I wonder.
Where can I take a Yiddish class? I need to know now. This is fantastic.
Yiddish. Seriously. It's sometimes you just have to. It's like, I just need to know. I just need to know how to do this. Well, neither of us can sing or speak Yiddish, but we're going to listen to just a little clip here of a gentleman, and maybe we can learn something from it, right? Let's just see if we can glean any kind of Yiddish vibes from the clip. All right. So here we go, guys. Crank it up.
Das ist Zeit mit Fangen an Nein, mit Racken an Rum und Sägen an Nacht. Mit Racken ist es während Tag, mit Racken an Rum und Sägen an Nacht.
Yeah.
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 That goes so hard, man. I love it.
And Jake, man, you could
Oh,
take
man.
that clip, you could throw a rhythm under that, you could put a beat to that,
Mm-hmm.
you could throw dubstep on top of that, and just exactly make it
Just jam out.
to that, bro. Seriously, Carter, that's your super chat clip. And look here, our good dear friend Sarah coming in with $11 super chat. Sarah, that's so kind. Thank you. Says, what a fun way to end my long weekend. Well, all right. So glad you're here. And I know it's really late for you. Sarah's 2 hours ahead of where I'm at.
Mhm.
So it's already 12:15 for Sarah. So thank you for being here. What a generous super chat. Now, Jake, that shade of yellow, man, I'm telling you.
It's making you think about a certain condiment, don't you think?
It does. It looks spicy. It's a spicy yellow. So I think there's only one clip that can fit this spicy yellow, man. And
Truly.
I think it's time.
Mhm.
So Jake, I'm going to challenge you to unmute your mic. I'm going to unmute my mic when it starts. We're going to sing this together, and I want everybody at home to sing along. The lyrics are on the screen. You just have to read what's there, and let's crank it, jam it out. Let your neighbors hear it. What do you think?
We're
Jake?
going to do it. We're going to do it. So you
Yes.
have to do it with us.
You
All
have
of you
to
in the
do it.
audience.
Yes, got to do it. Commit, like all the way, guys. Come on, Cravenites, visitors, everybody. We got to do it. So here we go. Spicy mustard. Sarah, you're the bomb. Thank you so much for your generosity. Here we go.
Do you feel the hunger
Tonight. There you go, Jake.
Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite, if you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can, because I'm a hot dog.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot the wow. That's the best part.
Wow. Oh, Jake, give me your you know what? Hold on a second. You know what? We got to do it again. Here we go.
Do you feel the hunger tonight?
Tonight. Here we go.
Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite, if you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can, because I'm a hot dog.
Come on, Jake.
Wow.
Wow. Now see, perfect.
Great job.
Perfect. Well done. Yes.
Excellent.
Well done. Round of applause.
Excellent job.
Great job. Even the spicy general says, "Get down, Jake." See, everyone, we're digging the spicy mustard.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty. All right. Thank you so much, guys. What a fun way to get started. Oh my gosh. And speaking of the chat, we are nearly 30 people here. So let me just kind of give a blanket hello to everyone. And when I do that, what I'm doing is, like right now, I'm literally scrolling to see everyone's name. So I know you're here. Never fear, even if I don't call your name, I'm looking and seeing you're here. So thank you all for being here. This is really kind of you. I do want to give special recognition to my moderators, though, the hardest working mods on YouTube. The Spicy General, Spicy General, Val, welcome back. I hope you had a good little vacation, a little relaxation time. Welcome back. It's so nice to see your name here tonight. So one of my moderators, Spicy General, of course, you guys know Sarah. We just played Spicy Mustard, another amazing moderator here. So they are holding down the chat tonight. And so all of you here tonight, please give a shout out to the Spicy General and Sarah for their amazing contributions to this channel and this community as moderators, because they do an amazing job of getting people out of here that shouldn't be here when that happens, which isn't very often, which is nice, but they do a wonderful job. So I always want to give you guys the proper recognition you deserve. But I see everyone else, Tyler and Mayanne and Carter again and Jonathan. I mean, the list goes on. Hawkins, House of Horror, what's going on? Great to see all of you here. Million, what's up, my friend? And Rob, good to see you as well. Again, I'll just stop there because I'll leave somebody out, and I don't want to do that because there's so many people. But Jake, my friend, I think we'll dive on in, man. So let's talk about Scream 6 for a moment before we get into 7. How about that?
Yeah,
Is that cool?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that Scream 6 has been out for a couple months now, but I still think it's worth chatting about, man. And we can, of course, this is spoiler conversation. So I think I put that in the title of this stream. So it's spoiler talk. So just be warned, everyone. How do you feel about it, Jake? First, let me ask you this. How many times have you seen the movie now since it came out? Do you know?
So I've seen it 3 times. I have yet to watch it on digital at home, which
Okay.
I'm really excited for. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting for the physical release. You know, that's kind of been
Gotcha.
my thing. But I want to watch it soon, man. They delete the release of the physical stuff. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's
What?
coming
Wait,
in
hold on.
late
What?
July now.
Are you
Yeah.
serious, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Ah,
I know. I'm
the
like
heck?
I might just be like I might just say F it and and just buy it on digital at this point. I want to watch it again. But I've seen it 3 times. I'm sorry. That was the very long-winded way to
Oh,
get
that's
to
all right.
to the
That's all
number 3. But yes.
3 times. Okay. So having seen it 3 times, what is your opinion of the movie now? Like, did it change at all after the first time, or is it the same? How do you feel about Scream 6?
I really like it. I really do. But I there are issues. There are like little tiny things I have with it. It definitely could have been. I think it could have been better. You know, there are moments where I'm like, they could have done, went this way instead of the other way. But I appreciate the film. I appreciate it for being so different and being so fun throughout. It really is one of the most fun Scream films, and that's a hard thing to do. You know, that's a really tough thing to
Yeah.
do. Like 2 and 3 are so much fun. So
They
it's like
are.
to make one that's like up there like that in fun levels, I think is really impressive to me. But I don't know, there's a lot of other things about it that really impressed me too. The opening scene, I think, is one of my favorites from the whole franchise. There's insane highs and some lows,
Yeah.
but I enjoy it for the most part. It's very all over the place, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. And the one thing I have to say that I like about 6 differently than 5, for example, is like, and I've mentioned this before, I think I've seen 5 now around 12 times, I think around there. And every time I watch 5, there are elements of 5 that I enjoy. There are, for sure. Love the opening of 5 with Tara. I think that's a really great scene. And there's certain scenes that I dig. But I just have to say, overall, as I watch 5 more and more and more, it's like I've given the analogy of like the polish, the shine gets more dull every time I watch it. And I think the rewatchability for me gets less and less. But what I have found for 6, excuse me, is that the rewatchability factor is getting higher, and I'm really digging that because I'm up to 9 viewings now of 6.
Wow.
About to hit
Nice.
10. The next one's going to be 10. And I actually enjoy it more each time. And that is to me, that's a testament to something in the ingredients, right? Something in the ingredients is right because I'm enjoying this movie more each time. So to me, that's a big deal, the rewatchability.
Yeah, to me, honestly, a lot of people are saying like the weakest part of Radio Silence's new movies are like the ending of 6. To me, honestly, it's like after the Jenna Ortega sequence at the beginning of 5, it kind of dips a little bit for me, a little bit in Scream 5. I really, honestly, at first, I loved the beginning of it, and the back half I thought was a little like, a little repetitive. Now I'm kind of the opposite on Scream 5, which is weird. Like, I like the back half even more. Like when Dewey dies onward, I think that movie takes off. But before that, I'm a little like, I don't know, I'm not 100% sold on it yet. I don't think I realized that until watching it many, many, many more times. Like I've probably seen Scream 5 like 25 times at this point, or some ridiculous. It's up there. It's up. I've seen that one a few times, but yeah, that one for sure loses like a bit of its shine in the first half for me. But I still am very enamored to the second half. My only thing is I just wish it wasn't in Stu's kitchen again. That's my only thing.
I know, man. It's like going to holy ground and our sacred ground and trying to top it. And
Right.
you just can't. It's not it's like you'd be better served to go somewhere new, because then you're never going to be comparing it. You're never going to be like, you know what I mean? It's like fighting a losing battle when you go to that hollowed ground, and it is in terms of the Scream universe. That original kitchen scene is it's the best of the franchise, in my opinion. It is untouchable.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, man. That is part of what is hard for 5 for me to land. Is it just doesn't land for me as well. Um, and something I want to mention too, guys, and I'll say it now. In general, is already putting it in the chat, which is great. But please, if you're not subscribed to Killjoy Jake, as my buddy Fate, our buddy Fate would say, "What are you doing?" I still need to get him to say that for me as a clip. I've not done it yet, but I'm going to. But please, guys, go check out. There's his channel. It's right there in the chat. You can literally click it, and it'll open up a window for you. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Come right back over here. You don't have to leave the stream. You can open up a separate window. But Jake is a hard-working young man. Let me tell you, this guy, you're talking about commitment to his craft. You're not going to find anyone more committed to what he does than Jake. And I support him 100% any way that I can. And you will not be disappointed by subscribing and watching his content. It's fantastic. And there's his gaming channel. And he's got another channel, his movie smoothie channel. I mean, he's all over the place. He's all over YouTube. So please go and support Jake if you have not already. Okay, because Jake, how are you doing on your movie smoothie count? Where are you at on your sub count, man? How are you doing?
So I turned that channel into the gaming channel.
Oh, you just turned it into it. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. You already
Yeah.
had the base, some good sub count there to start with. That's good.
Yeah, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers over there.
Ah.
I'm super excited. We're playing a lot of games. It's been a blast. It's been a blast doing that channel. Just I love the
Fun.
movie talk. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah.
It's nice to do something different though every now and then. It's cool. It's a very fun time doing that channel. So
That's awesome, man. Well, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me cut
thank you
off.
for all the kind words. You're the best, man. Steven's the best.
Aw.
And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you're doing yourself a disservice because old Steven here needs to get to 10K, and I want to see that happen already.
Oh, dude.
And I check every day, Craven. I go over there and I'm like, I get a little angry every time. So get this man to 10K. Make it happen.
Oh, that's so kind, brother. I tell you, man, I'm like 400. What am I? 430 away from 10K. That's all. That's
Not too far, man. It's
not too
coming.
far. It's
It's
coming. I think it's happening, man. I really do. And we're gonna have a party. Let me tell you what. If the current run rate, which you never can be sure of, but if it maintains, I should hit it by like the early July. Is where it looks like. And by mid-July, I'm going to have a 10K, dude. All I can tell you, I haven't even figured it all out yet, but it's going to be the most epic stream of this channel's history. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to start at like 8 o'clock at night on a Saturday. Going to go to 4 in the morning. It's going to be like just ridiculous. So, and I'm going to make sure you're there. We're going to make a plan way ahead. I would love for you to be there, my friend. and be
Yeah,
part of it.
dude. Oh yeah, it'll be a blast. We'll have a good time.
Such a good time. And speaking of good times, Carter coming back with another $5 super chat. How generous. Thank you, Carter. Says, love both your channels. Support both of you wherever YouTube takes you. That's so kind, man. Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you, Carter.
Thank you. That really means a lot, man, because, and I give this analogy a lot, but I'll give it one more time. Haven't given it on this stream, so I'll give it on this one. That, as content creators, and for those of you who don't do content creating, just to give you an example, and you may do things in your life that you can understand, compare it to. But this is kind of like pouring yourself out. Like when you're making videos, when we're making content, when we're researching, when we're pulling pictures, data, editing, recording, all of those pieces, there's multiple layers to make a video, right? So All these things have to come together. Thumbnail creations, descriptions we have to write, all this stuff. Well, when it's all said and done, and then a few hours later, we have a video to share. But we're just pouring out that whole time, right, Jake, to get that video done to present. And we hope that you guys are going to like it. We just really hope that everyone's going to enjoy the video and when you guys do like what Carter did here, and just give a note of encouragement, and you guys do it in the chat, whenever you or comment on the video, right, Jake? When someone just says, "Hey, love the video, keep it up," and those things really mean a lot, don't they, man? They really encourage us.
Yes. No, it really does. It's little things, but like it's
Yeah.
so easy to fall into the trap of like, oh my God, my video didn't get as much views today as
right.
yesterday, and you're like beating yourself up about it. And it's just little things like that where it's like, wow, okay, this is why I'm doing it. You get little
Yeah.
reminders of that every now and then, and it's wonderful. It's the best thing I've ever been a part of in my entire life, and I'm so thankful for it every single day. So Carter, everyone else out there, you guys are also wonderful. Thank you for being here
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
I appreciate it just as much as Craven. So thanks for hanging out with all of us, all of our friends on the
Yes.
space. It's wonderful. It's
wonderful.
It's the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. I love it. Seriously.
Oh, same here. It's such a special thing. And speaking of Carter, real quick, Carter says he's coming in with a $10 super chat. Carter, my goodness, man, says love your vids. Got to go now. Bye though. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for that. That is, yeah, man, huge heart symbol. That's so nice of you. So generous and kind, and we really appreciate it, man. That means a lot. And as you're heading out, before you head out here, let's do a couple of clips for both of those chats. I'll throw them together.
Yeah.
Let's do a couple. We got to do a work safety clip, man. At least a couple. Don't you think, Jake?
I don't know what those are, but I'm all about them.
Let's do. Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to do a couple. Here's one right now. Forklifts are a dangerous thing. You got to be sure you know what you're doing before you get on one of those things. And here's a good example.
When Freddie Jones discovered the key in the switch, he decided to go for a joyride and quickly lost control, crashing into the break room wall.
Oh my gosh, Fred, is he okay?
No, he's not okay. He's dying.
No, he's not. He's dying.
He's dying. And then,
Get that man an Oscar right now.
Oh, he totally. That's definitely Academy Award. And then, of course, you got to watch out for those air tanks, man. They can take a mind of their own. And this is another example. We got to check this out.
Where do you find these things? Like where Craven, every time I come on your streams, man, you got some crazy shit to play for super chats, and I just love it, man. Oh my God. I'm never disappointed. Like they are constantly getting crazier, and I just love it. I don't know. Sorry,
Well, thank you, my friend.
I applaud that.
I really aim to make it a memorable stream every time. I try, man. I'm trying. That's awesome,
Hell yeah.
brother. A lot of
Hell yeah,
fun.
man.
So fun. Carter, thank you, my friend. I hope that put a smile on your face as you're heading off to bed. Okay, let me back up here now where we were. Let's see. Dominic says, love the channel, going to help you get to 10K. Well, thank you, Dominic. That's awesome. Thank you. Bobby says, indeed, Killjoy Jake is awesome. Yes, he is.
Thank you, Bobby Lee.
All right. Let's see. And Two Boys is happy for the duo, giving us a nice smile after being together. Absolutely. All right.
Hell yeah.
Polar says it's going to be like a birthday week. We're celebrating hard. Yes, we will be. Oh my gosh. I'm going to try to even see if I can pull off some special guests like maybe Nancy Ann Ritter, maybe Lynn
Yes.
McCree from who's Maureen Prescott. I'm going to
Ooh.
try to see if I can get some of those guest appearances to come in and pop in for like an hour or 30 minutes or something. We'll see.
Damn, I might have to be there the whole time.
I'm gonna try. I want to try.
Oh, I would love to talk to either of them. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
They're amazing people. Lynn and I have been emailing each other multiple times the last week and a half, and we're supposed to talk on the phone in a couple of days. So she's amazing, just amazing. I'm so thankful for that connection. And speaking of being thankful for connections, Sarah is coming in with a $2.20 super chat. The arm. We need the arm. Now, Sarah, I know exactly what you're talking about, my friend, and I would never say no to you, Sarah. So let's load the arm up here, because arms say, look, we only got 2, right? We need to take care of our arms, correct? Right, Jake? I mean,
yes,
seriously. So here we go. Here's one fellow that learned the lesson the hard way. So let's learn from his mistake before we start talking about Scream 6 again. We're getting there. But Super Chats move to the front of the line. That's how it works. That's my promise. So we're going to do it. Here we go, Sarah. This is for you and everyone else. Here we go.
I just figured I could reach over, make a measurement, and I'd be done with the job. I knew better than to wear my gloves when I was operating a lathe. I knew better than to calibrate while the lathe was running. It was a stupid mistake, and it's one I'll be paying for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, that fucked me up at first. I'm gonna be honest. That first one, I was like, oh my god.
What's so funny is I can see you backstage. I can actually see you in a little window like this big, and I'm just watching your reaction. It's priceless. I wish people could see it, man. It was great.
I really did not expect where that went. I was like, oh my god. It just kept going. It just kept getting crazy. I loved it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. And Rob says, I just started watching you guys 2 weeks ago. As one of the biggest Scream fans, I enjoy Night, you, and Killjoy and Fate. Well, off the Lethal Collective. That's great. And in case you don't know, Rob, you probably do, but we all get together, the 4 of us, for once a week on Mondays for the Lethal Collective channel. So
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching, Rob.
Definitely, Rob. We appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Now here's a question from the audience that I'll throw up here. Then Jake, I've got some more questions for you as well. Paula says, will there be one killer or multiple killers in Scream 7? Now I've got theories, but Jake, I want to hear yours first.
It's really tough because, we just did 3 killers, which is one more than the typical. And you could even argue that we had 5 killers. I've seen arguments for 6 killers in the past movie, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I think because of that, we kind of, just for lack of a better phrasing, we kind of blew our load, I think, in Scream 6 already. With the multiple killers. I say we kind of go back to either 2, maybe even 1. I'm really not against that at this point. I just think we've done that. We've had a bunch of killers. Let's bring it back. Let's do a little return to form with the next movie. In some regards, not in everything. Give me a new motive and all that. I don't want same old, but maybe just go back to 1 or 2 ghost faces. I'm okay with that.
Okay, that's fair. And I'm with you. I'm kind of like neutral on this one, actually. I'm okay with 1 or 2. I'm okay with 3 or 4. I really wanted 3 like passionately with this last movie.
Yeah.
And we got it. So it's almost like the itch has been scratched.
Yeah.
So I don't itch for it anymore now. It's like, okay, I'm like back to where whatever it is, I'll be cool.
Well, Craven, you know what else is interesting about that? I was the same way, dude. I was like, I want to see 3 killers just because it's never been done, and I want to see that. Sometimes when you get exactly what you want, you realize there's a reason this hasn't happened before. And while I loved it, and I'm so glad it happened finally, I'm less invested in the 2 other sidekick characters versus Dermot Mulroney. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if that was just one character, there might have been more time to build up that character as one person versus 2 more, I don't want to say shallow characters, but I'm not as like interested in either of them. I think they're both great. Jack Champion, Liana Liberato, great actor and actress for sure. But I writing wise, I wasn't invested in them as if it was like someone like Amber, for instance, who was I thought really built up pretty well in Scream 5. I was invested in that character. I didn't feel that way about the other two.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true. Especially Quinn, because I was digging Quinn. Like the first quarter of the movie, I like her. Like I like her character. I just was feeling the vibe she was putting off. I thought was really good. And then she dies really early,
Yeah.
and then she's gone. That's the end of it. I would like to have seen her alive through till the third act, as you know what I mean, just to see her more. And like in the first one, we saw Stu and Billy for the whole movie. Like they
Yeah.
were there all the way to the end, and even the Billy's fake out death was at the end of the movie. And it was like there was only like 20 minutes left of the movie until he was out. So we were so, of course, and it's not fair to compare to one. I get it, but I'm just saying, when you have the longer, I guess to your point, the more time you spend with them, the more you're invested in them. And Ethan, while he was there, he was not there a lot, even though he was still alive. He was peppered in here and there, but like
there's
heavy salt, just here and there.
You don't experience trauma with Ethan. Like, does that make sense? Like, I feel like these characters grow together and like they trust each other a little more. And sometimes you trust the killer on accident because they all have like shared trauma and one of them's just pretending. You know what I mean? Like you kind of lose that element in Scream 6 a little bit because there's so much going on, because there's 3 killers. And it's so interesting to me more than anything, because like I'm so glad we finally got that, but I'm also starting to see like holes in it. Does that make sense?
It does.
But it's great to talk about.
It is.
I feel like we could like just break down Scream 6 for months on end, and we still would have more things to talk about, which is wonderful.
I 100% agree, brother, because there really is a lot happening in that movie, and so many firsts that are happening in that movie. And so, it's and I want to acknowledge something real quick here. A couple of anniversaries for channel members have happened. And one of them is our good friend, Bob Hunt, who Hunting for Entertainment is his channel. And he has now been a member today for 14 months. You check that out, man. A year and 2 months he's been a member. And he said, I can't put it on the screen because StreamYard, they don't show that for some reason. I think they're working on it, but right now I can't show it, but I can read it. It says, "This is truly the happiest cult in the world. Keep up the amazing work, Craven. You are truly one of a kind." Oh, thank you, Bob. That's so kind of you, my friend. And be safe. Bob is over in Lebanon right now.
Oh my God. No way.
Yes, he's in Lebanon. So Bob, be careful, my friend. Safe travels back. And thank you for that. And we also have an anniversary here, I see, from Two Boys and their Scary Pop. Let me see here. Hold on. Two Boys and their Scary Pops. Bear with me for a second. Oh, here we go. 10 months. 10 months. Almost a year. We're 10-month anniversary as a channel member. So thank you, Two Boys. And you know what's interesting? I remember, Jake, the night Two Boys became a channel member. Like, I can't remember what the stream was, but I remember they became a member on a stream. I just remember when they joined and welcoming Eric into the fold. And that was 10 months ago now, which is ridiculous. That's how fast time travels.
It's crazy, man. I feel like I just started doing this yesterday,
Yeah, me too. Seriously. And we've got another super chat that just come through. And so, as I always tell you guys, you move to the front of the line by doing so. And let me put that up right now. It is our good friend Justin. What's up, Justin? A Cravenite putting in a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. It says, if you were cast in Scream 7, oh boy, would you want to be a survivor, Ghostface, or be killed off in the most brutal way of the entire series? Let me know how. Now, Jake, I'm going to venture out and take a guess for you, and then you tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I don't know for sure. I think, as tempting as it might be for you to be a survivor, because then you're in the movie the whole time,
Yeah.
I honestly think you personally would rather be viciously killed by Ghostface. I could be wrong, but tell me, what would you choose? I'm curious.
I mean, that's a dream come true. Like, first of all, like, just to be murdered by any of my horror heroes would be a dream come true in any
Right?
capacity. Oh my God. Like, dude, Ghostface stabbing me in the face, nothing would bring me more joy.
Right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth. Yes. That's all. The more it hurts, the better. But but I would also love to be a Ghostface killer myself too. I mean, dude, to be able to give a crazy monologue at the end about some bullshit, I would love that. Like that's killing people is part of the fun too. Of course, that's a given, but you also get to go on a crazy rant that it doesn't matter if it makes no sense. It makes sense to you.
It's true. Exactly.
I would love that. I would love to lose my mind saying some like just crazy shit. I don't know. I love that. I think that's so fun. That would be cool.
So Ghostface for Jake, right? That would be the one if Radio Silence said you get to pick?
Yes, but on the other side of that, if I couldn't be Ghostface, I would want my death to be the most brutal in the movie. Like, I don't want to live. I don't want to go don't cast me in a horror movie if you're gonna make me live. I want to die, man. I want it to be disgusting.
Yes. I love it, dude. Any ideas on how you would want to die? Like, so let's say James and Guy said, you know what? We're going to let you pick your death just for fun. What would you do?
Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I would let somebody like Vin Diesel me. I'd have someone like take an engine, and like drop it on my head or something. Oh. So like blood and hair goes everywhere and brains. Maybe an eyeball. I don't know.
Oh, dude. That's brutal, bro. Oh.
I want it to hurt. Like, I want it to look awful. I want people to, like, if I'm going to go through that, if I'm if I'm gonna have to sit in a chair, do a cast of my head and all that, it better be worth it. That's all I gotta say.
It better be, for sure. You want the audience to cringe and just like want to look away, like, oh, that's totally. I think for me, man, I think I would like to be a survivor. I really do. I think I'd like to be someone who somehow outsmarted Ghostface and figured out who it was,
yeah,
and was able to figure it out and do the big reveal at the end. And
you know, Craven, if you were a D&D character, you would be lawful good, and I mean that in like the best way possible. Like you are the most lawful good person that I know.
Oh, Jake. Well, thanks, buddy.
Hell yeah, man. Hell
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So Survivor fits you, man. I dig it. I love it.
Perfect. Well, all right then. There you go. We got our roles all figured out. We just need a phone call from Radio Silence, and we'll be good to go.
Got to make it happen. We got to make it happen.
Now, Justin, let's see for your super chat clip. Let's see what we got cooking over here. Wow. Work safety never does really get old, but we also have some public service announcements that my buddy Michael and I, the Carbonite Jedi, did back in 1995 for public access television.
What?
And so, yeah, we never actually aired them, but we filmed them and everything. And so one of them is from the American Lung Association, and one is for a chemical that assists you in learning new languages. It basically turns the things on in your brain that helps you interpret language faster. And so which one of those two sounds more appealing to you, Jake, for a super chat clip?
The latter.
The language assistant? Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go, guys. A public service announcement on learning new languages. Here we go. This is from 1995, so we're talking a very, very long time ago, almost 30 years old. Here we go.
I'm Laura Hinman. I'm talking to you today about a new learning tool designed to enhance and accent the learning process required to learn Spanish. Now, I've never spoken any Spanish, and frankly, I don't care to. But this looks so good, I'm going to drink me some.
Oh, yeah.
Uno de los
más grandes compositores e intérpretes de este siglo. Sus temas saltaron fronteras y se convirtieron en símbolo de México. Rudy Pérez, Raúl Di Blasio y Pilar Montenegro son algunas de las grandes compositores del siglo. Sus temas saltaron fronteras y se convirtieron en símbolo de México. Rudy Pérez, Raúl Di Blasio y Pilar Montenegro son algunas de las estrellas que asistieron a un homenaje a grandes compositores e intérpretes de este siglo. Sus temas saltaron fronteras y se convirtieron en símbolo de México. Rudy.
Dude, that's so bad.
I bet you guys had fun making that.
It was a lot of fun. We were so young. It was a lot of fun. I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang on to that clip, but I'm like, we pulled it off of VHS, old VHS camcorder tape, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on for a little bit longer, and I'll see how people like it. If people like it, I'll hang on to it, but it's probably going to be a casualty for next month. So it's going to probably be around for another week, and it's going to probably go away.
You have to marvel on the past a little bit, though. I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's and our other one we get if we happen to get another super chat tonight, I'll play the other one, the PSA from the Lung Association. It's an anti-smoking ad, so we'll take a look at that one later. Dr. Carrot said they liked it. Dr. Carrot liked it.
That's my brother.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Very cool.
What's up, Noah?
Hey,
How's
Noah?
it going, man?
That's awesome, bro. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Crazy,
That's
man.
Really cool. I did not realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And Troy's coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Troy. Craven equals the most obscure clips ever. Can you top that one? Well, that actually, yeah, I can. I can actually top that one, I think. I have a couple here that I think could top that one. I have the Lung Association, and I've got one about harp playing and sucking toes. So I think that I can probably top that one. Jake, do you have a preference, brother?
Oh man, it's getting hot in here. We're sucking some toes already, so let's make it happen, man. Let's give the people what they want. All right,
that's right, Troy. You wanted to top it, and we're at the 50 people in the live stream. So, welcome everyone who's joining late. I play crazy clips for super chat. So, if you're wondering what the heck you're watching right now, don't worry. We are talking Scream 6 and 7, so don't go anywhere. But if you submit a super chat, you're going to get a special clip for you as well. And here we go. Crank up the volume.
Brought Springsteen fame. Maybe for me it'll do the same. He can pluck strings well, so can I. I don't sound like him, but I
Hey, you know, I'm gonna suck your toes. And then you know, baby, that's how it goes.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to give us any context. You're just gonna drop that on us. And
that's it, man.
All right.
I just dropped that. That was part of a TV show that my buddy Carbonite and I made called Suck TV. It was a 30-minute show for public access television, and that was actually a clip that we were having in the TV show.
Oh, no way.
Yes, along with the Yiddish singer. So I played earlier. It was all part of a clip for our music video channel.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's where that came from. I just clipped them out separately.
Well, I dig it.
I'm telling you, man. Troy said sucking toes for sure. Yeah, there you go. Maybe you know I'm gonna suck your toes.
I told you, man. We gotta give the people what they want.
Got to, man. You gotta keep them coming back for more. You got to do it. Now John says, can we hear the Stooge Train song? Well, John, I'll tell you what. If we get another super chat in, if they request it, I'll play it. And I want to say real quick, congratulations and much thanks to Val, the general, at her 15-month anniversary, guys. 15 months as a channel member, in addition to being the general moderator of the community. Val, thank you so much. And you know how much you mean to me as a friend, and all of your support and your encouraging notes you send that you have no idea how much you mean to me. And I Thank you for all your hard work here in this community. You're here every live stream, and you are just, I can't even describe you other than to say you're amazing. And I appreciate you so much. And I hope everyone in this stream, all 50 of you here, appreciate how hard that Val, who is the Spicy General, is her name here, and Sarah, and and Jen and all the mods, Carrie and all of them work to help this environment stay the way it is, the way I've sanctioned it to be, which is friendly, respectful, and fun, right? So, and thank you for your monthly support. 15 months. That's almost a year and a half, Jake. That's phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Oh, hey, real shout out real fast to Marcus. I shot him 6 times. What's up, dude? Good, I see you're here. Good to see you. And we got a super chat, Jake. Okay, here we go. We got a couple coming in here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 2 boys. Just talking about 2 boys having the anniversary. $5 super chat. Thank you, man. That's so kind of you. All right, here we go, Jake. Any 3 items signed by cast from any of the Scream movies. Oh, if you could tour the movie set with any actor plus Lillard, who? And can you play Stu Train? Okay. I will play the Stu Train after Jake and I go through all this. So let's start at the beginning, Jake. Any 3 items signed by the cast from any Scream movie, what would they be?
So I have a really weird obsession with like getting things from a movie that like is so bizarre and like why would you want that thing, So like I would want something that's like, because I feel like everyone would answer like, oh, I want the knife signed, I want like a mask signed by like the cast and all that, and yeah, that would be awesome, don't get me wrong. But like who owns the teddy bears in Sidney Prescott's room? You know what I mean? Like who owns those?
Right.
Like that's what I want to know. I'm sure like a bunch of big Scream fans have some of the masks used in the movie, of course. But I want to have something fucking weird, man. Like I want to own one of those teddy bears or some shit. I want to own the TV that, okay, well that's a little more. The TV that maybe killed Stu. I maybe want to own that. Okay, that's a little.
It
that's
at least
a little
hurt
more
him.
popular.
It at least hurts Stu for sure.
It at least hurt him. Yeah,
Yes,
right.
for sure.
I want something weird. Like that's my big thing. I want like I want the lights in the kitchen. I want to hang those on my house. Signed.
Those are still there, dude. Those are still in that Stu house. They're actually the people who own the house. They're there. They never took them down.
We could get them. We could go get them, dude.
Price is right, my friend.
If the price is right, man. Yes, I would want the lights. I want the teddy bear, and I want Principal Himbree's tie too.
Whoa.
Yeah. I want just weird items and I want to display them in my house. And people are like, why the fuck do you have a tie in a picture frame? I'm like, well, let me tell you, that's crazy stories. I love that shit. I don't know. That's what I would want personally.
That's awesome, bro. I like that. See, that's much more out of the box than where I was going. I think that's really cool. You're kind of inspiring me now to like think differently about it, because I was going to go with Stu's red robe.
Oh,
dude, come on.
Great choice. Oh my God, yes. Tell me you wouldn't want to walk around in that thing, dude.
Oh, can you imagine that? Just the actual screen used red robe in the party scene, from the party scene. Oh, dude, I have to have the red robe. That one's for me number 1 for me.
Oh yeah.
And have him sign the back of it. And it's, oh, dude. And then after that, there's a great suggestion here. Sarah gave hers. I'm kind of cheating, I guess, because I glanced over at the chat. Dewey's badge from Scream 1 that he wore on his outfit, on his costume. That's pretty cool. That's really good. I think I would like that.
That would be cool.
The third one, I'm going to tell you what. I want one of Sydney's jackets. Screen use jackets.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool too.
And I don't even care which one, because she wore one in every movie. All 4 movies. Even in 5, she wore a jacket. So the over jacket. Right?
Yes, but the Scream 3 jacket though. I think that's like her most iconic look.
I think so. It was a good look for 3. I want that jacket. And as a runner-up, as an honorable mention, we'll make the rules. You can do an honorable mention too. I'm going to say I want the Scream 3 voice changer screen use voice changer. Which I love that thing. You know that.
That would be awesome. Like that would be so another thing where it's like, what the hell is that? And you're like, it's the Scream 3 voice changer, of
Heck
course.
yeah.
You know,
You
like just a
bet.
great talking piece. I would be so down for that.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Do you have an extra one? Are you good on those three?
You know, now that we're bringing the sequels into the equation, because I was just thinking about the first movie for some reason, bringing the sequels into play here, I would also like one of those, like just one of those fake fruits that they have at the bodega. I just want the weirdest shit. Like they can give it to me. You know what I mean? They're like, no one's going to take this. And I'll be like, dude, I want it. Like, that's what I want. Like the weird thing nobody else wants. That's what I would want from the set.
That's awesome, bro. And then of course, you've got like all of these things in the shrine. It's like, oh my gosh. Now, granted, these weren't worn by the cast members. These are replicas, but we're talking about the screen used items from the original.
Now, isn't some of that stuff in the shrine like recreations from fans or whatever? Like they actually got that from some people. That's just so cool. Like I remember reading about that, and I'm like, that would be sweet to be a huge Scream fan, and they contact you. They're like, do you have you made that like Tatum costume from the first movie? Could we use that for the next movie? Like I'd be losing my mind.
Yes, totally. In fact, when Michelle Laliberte, who's the production designer for 6, when I interviewed her last week, she talked about the whole shrine scene. We talked about that for a while. And she took her whole team and they sat down and they came up with every possible item they could all think of going through all the movies that could be in the shrine. And they came up with this huge list. And she said she took it to Matt and Tyler and said, here's our list. And they looked at it and they were like, oh, this is amazing. Yes, we want this. We want it all. We want everything. And so she went back to the team and they all went to work to start building it and creating everything. And it was just fascinating. It was so cool.
Dude, that's fucking sweet.
So awesome. Okay, next question. Next part. It says, if you could tour the movie set with any actor plus Lillard. So we're getting Matthew Lillard already, but we can get one more with him. Who would it be, Jake?
That's really tough, Matthew Lillard is going to be like going nuts the whole time.
Oh yes,
of course. Who you almost have to choose somebody that he would play off of the best, And like I've seen him, so like I got to meet him at Monster Mania. I unfortunately didn't get to meet Skeet, but they did interact. Like I did see them interact with each other, and they seemed very friendly and very goofy together. I feel like those two together would probably be the most fun. That would be my Skeet Ulrich would be my choice. Gotta chew the ice, man.
I started chewing an ice cube right when you stopped.
Oh, dude, that's the best part. That's the best part of drinking water, man.
It is. Oh gosh. Yeah,
cheers.
Man. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Okay, so for me, I've got Matthew Lillard, and I would probably bring. This might be a little weird because there's a history here. I would bring Neve Campbell. They dated for 2 years. So I don't know what that dynamic would be like right now because they're both married with kids and everything. But I would bring Neve. I would have Neve and Stu or Matthew. Why not?
That would be a good mix too, though, I think, honestly. Like, they have done conventions together, and they seem very friendly still. And I don't think, like, Neve Campbell, I don't feel like doesn't have the same energy as Matthew, So, like, it would be totally balanced. Different. You know what I mean? It would be balanced. Yes. You wouldn't be just getting two people, like, screaming at you the whole time about, like, Scream facts, No,
you're right. She's got much more of a zen, like, peaceful, calming spirit. And Matt is like, pull the string and just let go. He's just like all over, which is great, but because if you get another one like him, it's going to be chaos. They can't, one has to kind of give and while, you know what I mean? Back and forth. But yeah, man, those are great choices. I love it. This would be so fun if we could actually get all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
I want that tie, man. I want that tie so bad.
Dude, call Henry Winkler, man. Send him a message on Instagram or something. Say, Henry, you got that tie from back in '96.
I'll give you $10, man.
$10. I'll pay for shipping.
I'll pay for shipping. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right.
All right, two boys. As you requested for the Stew Train song, I've got it right here. It's been a little bit since we played the Stew Train song on the live stream. So while Jake and I get something to drink here, you guys kick back for a couple of minutes. We're going to play the Stew Train song. Enjoy this. And when I come back, there's a couple of more super chats that are waiting. I see yours, Marcus, and I know another one just came through. So don't worry. We're going to get to it right after this. Two boys, this one's for you, man, per your request. Thanks for your super chat and great questions. That was fun. All right, here we go. Stew Train time, baby. Here we go.
Hello, listener. This is Mike Vaughn, and you're on the Stew Train. Enjoy it.
Hi, it's Nancy and Ritter, the girl in bathroom screen, and I am on the Stew Train. Stew.
On the Stew Train. Get your ticket on the Stew Train. We got craving something scary on the left and I'm on the right. On the Stew Train. Get your ticket on the Stew Train. We got craving something scary on the left and I'm on the right.
I have that Stew Train right now. I'm looking at it. The bearded one.
On the Stew Train.
There it is.
Get your ticket on the Stew Train. We got craving something scary on the left and I'm on the right. On the Stew Train. Get your ticket on the Stew Train, baby. We got craving something scary on the left and Stew's on the right.
There he is, guys. Not in my Stew Train, baby.
And Stew's on the right. Get your ticket on the Stew Train. And Stew's on the right. Get your ticket on the Stew Train.
I'm ready, baby!
All right, Jake, come on, man. It's been a while.
Get it up!
Get it up.
Get it up!
Come on, Cravenites. Get it up.
Get it up!
Let's flood that chat with those stew emojis.
Get it up!
Turn it up.
It was fun.
Oh,
yeah.
A banger. A banger every time. Love it.
Every time, man. That's so much fun. And look at it won't show on StreamYard, but look at the stew emojis.
Oh wait, what does this look like? I gotta see this.
Yeah, man. I've put some custom emojis in, dude. Check it out on the channel chat.
Man.
See that? Look at those stew emojis, dude.
How do I use those?
I'm telling you, man.
That's
I'll tell you,
awesome.
it's so cool. I put the stew emoji in there and a ghost face emoji so they can like flood it, man. Check that out. It's
Hell
beautiful,
yeah, man.
I love seeing all that. And so all the Cravenites, it's one of the perks of being a member. You get the custom emojis.
Nice, man. Nice.
Very, very cool.
Sick.
And thanks to Jack Stannis for doing that. It's such a great job.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool. All right, and we got a couple more super chats that came through. Let's get to those, and then Jake and I are going to talk about some Scream 7 theories. We've got, let's see here, where we at? We got Troy coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Troy. Says, question, are you as high as those in the clips? Doubt it. The smiley face. Well, sometimes you just, you have to plead the fifth on certain things in life. You just don't ever, you can't really, reveal every secret to making videos. But no, trust me. We were actually completely sober minded on every one of these things. And it just turned out the way it did, man. Yeah, it all came together.
Stay high on life, my
Stay high on
friends.
life. That's the perfect way to say that, my friend. And speaking of which, I mean, we're talking about the, public access television and all. In fact, we have another super chat. I'll just get to it right now because it kind of goes with this one. Well, you know what? No, I'll get that. I got two more, but I'll do Troy's clip first. We'll do a public service announcement. This was from Public Access TV. Again, it was the show. It never aired, but it is from the American Lung Association. So it's very important, Jake, that we take care of our lungs. So we got to breathe, right? So here we go from the never before seen till recently Public Access. Here we go for the American Lung Association.
Now we're pleased to bring you a message from the American Lung Association.
Hi, I'm Laura Hinman. I'm the spokesperson today for the American Lung Association, and I'm just here to tell you young people and you old people also, stop smoking. Smoking is hazardous to your health. Smoking causes cancer. You young people think it's so cool to smoke, but it's not. You get all that old tartar on your teeth, and then you have to have your teeth cleaned, and you get the lungs, you get it all in your lungs, and then you wind up with lung cancer, and before it's all over with, you wind up dying because of smoking. Smoking should be a no-no.
And cut. Well, that's keeper.
Woo! I need a cigarette.
What? The greatest cliffhanger of the century, my friend.
Yes.
I need to know where that goes. What a twist. What?
How it leaves you just like, what happened? What's going on? Did she live or did she die?
It's like, wait a minute. She was a smoker the whole time?
Whole time. She lied to us.
I have so many questions. I love it. Great.
Thank you, brother. And real quick here, I see that the Bearded Entertainment, who we just saw on the Stew Train clip, getting the Stew Train signed by Matthew Lillard, who built that Stew Train, Eric just came into the chat and gifted 5 memberships right now on this live stream, guys. 5 memberships. Eric, thank you, my friend. You are so generous, my friend. And that is amazing. Let's see who got the memberships here. Let me see if it will show me. Sometimes it gives me a hard time finding it. Oh, here we go. It looks like Troy, who just did the super chat. Troy, you are now a member. Trick or Treat, you are a member now. Creepin 666, welcome. Lady Luna, hey Lady Luna, welcome back as a channel member. And Horror Tory, you guys are all channel members again. You are Cravenites, thanks to Eric's gifting of memberships tonight. Eric, that's so kind, buddy. Thank you for doing that. It is amazing. The Cravenite family is continuing to grow, my friends. That is so wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys are just so generous. And real quick, Jake, before we get to Scream 7, 2 more super chats we're going to get to real quick. Marcus, I shot him 6 times, which, by the way, guys, congratulations to Marcus. Just broke the 1,000 subscriber mark. That is, dude.
Yeah.
That is so great. I mean, I have seen Marcus grow. He had no channel when I met him, and I remember talking to him and encouraging him to start a channel. He started one, and I have literally seen him grow from no subscribers to now reaching the 1,000 mark. And Marcus, I told you not long ago when I was on your channel, I'm going to tell you again right now, everyone's that's here now, over 40 people are here. You guys, I am so proud of Marcus. And I mean that. Like, I am proud of him. he has put the work in. He has put the time into this to make it work. And he is a great example of what it takes to be successful. Because guys, this does not just happen. You don't just open up an account and have 1,000 subscribers. You have to work hard, and it takes a lot of work. And he has done it. And so Marcus, hats off to you, my friend. You know how much I am proud of you and respect you, my friend. And I'm very excited to be with you and Eric, the Bearded Entertainment, who also has just hit 1,000 subs. And I'm going to be there for your 1,000 celebration, your 1K celebration stream. Can't wait. But guys, go subscribe. If you're new here and you haven't seen, I shot him 6 times. Marcus, if you've not been on his channel, he's great theories for Scream. Just so much fun. Go subscribe. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. He is a Cravenite. He is a faithful supporter of this channel every month. And I have him on the panel as often as possible. You'll see him here as a guest as well. So anyway, Marcus, he says he wants Kenny's dropped bag of Cheetos.
Yes.
Yes,
man.
dude. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes,
Dude.
absolutely, man. And I gotta just say a few more things about Marcus.
Man, go for it.
Just real quick, Marcus, you're such a good dude. I just
Yes.
appreciate the hell out of you. You make great content. I want to have you on the channel again at some point. Congratulations on 1K, dude. Like, but I don't know, Craven. I don't know if you even know this, but me, Marcus, and Bob Hunt, we all hung out one night in New Jersey during Monster Mania and all that. We had a fucking blast.
Oh,
They're
sweet.
great dudes, super nice, and I'm just so excited. I'm just so happy for them and their and Marcus's success here. This is just fantastic. I don't know. I'm that's so awesome. I had no idea he had hit 1K recently, so that's great.
Yes, he
It's
sure
awesome.
did. He hit it, and it's just so awesome. And there's just nothing like seeing someone who's unsure at first that they can do it, and you see them gain confidence as they do it, and you see them not give up and push through, and then you start to see them get better, stronger, and you start to hear the confidence, and then before you know it, they've got their style down and they've got their approach, because all of the interesting thing, Jake, is like you, for example, I'll just give the collective as an example. You, Fate, Night, and me, we all cover essentially the same thing in many ways. It's talking like Scream. We cover Scream, but we cover it differently. We're all covering the same thing, but we have different perspectives. Every one of us does. Now, there's some crossover we agree on and stuff, of course, but it's, in other words, it's everyone's unique, and it's so cool because you have a very unique style, Jake. You have a way. I have a way. That's my style of doing it. So does Night, and so does Fate, and so does Marcus, and everyone who has a channel. Carrie, she has her style. She's getting close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Eric, Bearded Entertainment. So it's just really cool to see people that are putting in the work and it's succeeding, and to see them grow from 0 to 1K is so cool. And to think that maybe we had a little contribution to that, maybe getting some eyeballs on those channels that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. It's satisfying to know that we had a hand, at least a little hand, to get some folks over there so that they could appreciate what they're doing. And that's a wonderful thing, man. Feels
Yeah,
good.
and man, it wouldn't be interesting if all of us had the same thing. If we're all just kind of in this echo chamber, like everyone has a totally different take on basically the same thing, and I just think that's so interesting. Like we all have different things we want. We all have different things we want to see or didn't like about past movies or something. It's great though. It's wonderful. I love that we have so many different perspectives and takes on things. Because if it was all just the same, it would be boring. Like we'd all just be saying the same things and nobody would watch.
Exactly, dude.
So I love it.
Yeah.
I love the uniqueness of this community. There's so much going on. I don't know. It's just it's wonderful. So many different ideas being thrown around all the time.
Oh, yeah, man.
Lots to think about and lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about. That's why it never gets boring. It's like never gets old. It's always new and just wonderful. And speaking of Marcus, he says, "Thank you so much, bro. As I always say, you're such an inspiration behind me joining the community and making a channel. and introducing me to great fellas like Jake, Knight, and Fate. Oh, awesome, brother. I'm so happy, man. That's awesome. And here we go. Troy says, just subscribe. Thank you, sir. Subscribed for sure. Wonderful, guys. That's great. Please do subscribe to Killjoy, Jake. And he had a word for you too here, Jake.
Hell
Kind
yeah.
words mean a lot. They definitely link up soon. I love Chet Terrifier. Oh gosh, you guys have fun.
Dude, we'll do a whole Terrifier 3 stream. It'll be great.
Oh gosh, dude. Ghostface Fanatic said he wants the lemon squares and the Cheetos.
The lemon squares taste like ass, though. Just a reminder, you know.
That's right. They do. Can you imagine what they taste like now? Oh,
Oh my God, yeah, it's been 12 years, man.
it would be horrible. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Marcus. And also, Troy says, I'm not on the stew train, but no qualms with the song. Yeah, man. That's all right.
It's a banging
You know,
song.
It's a very good song. And Troy, I have faith that you'll come around, my friend. It's all right. Just give it time. It's all right. Give it time. I believe it will happen. And real quick, the Spicy General coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Val. Says Marcus has an 11-month anniversary. Whoa, Marcus. Thank you, my friend. Ghostface Fanatic has a 12-month anniversary. Dude, Ghostface Fanatic, 1 year today. That is amazing. Thank you. And Jonathan has 1 month anniversary. Just didn't want you to miss those. Thanks, Val. See what I'm saying, guys? Val has always got my back, and Sarah does too. You guys are so thoughtful. And I want to say really fast thank you to Marcus, Ghostface Fanatic. Again, 11 months, 12 months. That's a long time, man. We're going way back. And it's amazing. You're still here. You're still so faithful. And Jonathan with 1 month. Thank you. Starting the journey. So I appreciate all of you so much. And thank you, Val. And then we're going to do one more super chat that I'm going to play like a couple of clips. And then we're going to talk Scream 7. The Bearded Entertainment himself, Eric. Hey, buddy. Just did 5 memberships for us. Said some Cravenites came together to get you something special for your live streams. Oh, what? Really?
No way,
It
man.
shipped today. What? It will be arriving on Wednesday. Bro. Well, thank you so much. I'm stunned a little bit right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I am very, very excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for letting me know. So we'll keep an eye on this for Wednesday. That is amazing. So for all the Cravenites that are involved with this project, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you. And I think it's humbling. I'm so humbled and grateful right now. I'm ecstatic to see what exactly this is going to be. Surprise is. I'm so pumped, and I want to say thank you so much, Eric. Wow, I was not expecting to read that. I was like, I figured it was going to be like a Scream question. That's awesome. Thank you, Eric. I will let you know the minute it arrives. Whatever it is, I will let you know. Wow, that's Jake, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. We don't expect stuff like this. This is it hits
Dude,
me out of the blue.
It's awesome, man. Oh my God. Did I ever tell you Eric, he actually made a picture of Art the Clown for me? Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, hang on. It's literally right there. It's literally
go get
just
it.
2
Yeah, go get
seconds,
it.
man.
Yeah, man.
Got to show this off a little bit.
Oh, seriously, guys. That's whoever you are. You know who you are, because I don't know who. That is amazing. Wow. Thank y'all.
So, unfortunately, when it shipped, it did get a little crack in it. But if you just look past that, oh, you can't even see it. You can barely see it.
No, I can't see it at all.
But look at that. Isn't that sick, man? Like,
dude, that is amazing detail. Wow.
I mean, my God. I mean, he just did such a good job on this. I love it. Oh,
telling you, man, Eric is so talented. He has got. I say this to him all the time. I'm like, dude, just when I think I've like seen all it's in his toolbox, what he can do, there's something new that comes out of nowhere. I'm like, dude, where does it end? Or is it one of those like, is there where it's like bottomless? Just there's no end to it. It's incredible.
Hell yeah, man.
And it's such a giving heart. as well.
Yes.
You know, he's
big
such
time.
a giving heart and just a great human being. Really is. I'm just really a blessing to call Eric a friend, and I could say the same for you, and I do say the same for you, and so many others that are even in the chat right now. And like Marcus says, I mean, we're our family. If it totally is like a family, is what this feels like, and I call you guys family. I do. It's like my Craven family, you know. And it's a blessing. And I was Jake. I was on a stream a couple days ago. I think it was Saturday night, and I had mentioned on there that you don't just start a YouTube channel and have a community of people. You can't buy it either. Like you can't go and just say, hey, I want to buy a community of people. They're going to be like family. You have that is a natural, organic thing that happens, and it takes time, and it takes, and there's part of it I can't put my thumb on. It just happens. It's like there's no secret formula, but there's something that's magical about it almost. And to have a family of people that can come together like here at midnight, 12:30 Eastern on a work and school night, nearly 50 people, and we're all here together, hanging out, having a good time. And it's just an amazing thing, Jake. And I know you share that sentiment because you have such a great community on your channel too. And we share a lot of the community too. So it's just amazing, right? Isn't it really cool?
It is. It's really cool, and I'm so grateful for it. I don't know. I just don't know I don't know what I'd be doing right now without it. But it feels like the best timeline. You know what I mean? That's how it feels to me. It's like this is insane. I get to wake up and do this every day, and I'm just so thankful for it. And then I don't know, just to be able to talk to so many cool people all the time on live streams. I mean, we had a blast earlier, like just talking to people. We were just cracking up about like it. We started talking about Scream and all that, but we got into some like weirder stuff, and we were all still just having a great time. And it's just wonderful. Exactly. It's wonderful that we can do that with this community. It's not so much just like, we need to talk Scream theories. You know what I mean? We're having fun. We're having a good time, and people are there. People are hanging out, and you're building this space to do that, to have those weird conversations, and it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know.
It is, man, and
lucky to be a part of it.
I am too, buddy. I really am, and like you say, we came here to talk Scream and stuff, but we haven't. We've gone for probably 30 minutes without even talking about Scream, and we're still at 46 people. No one's leaving. It's like we're here together. We're hanging out. It's like it's about and that's what I say. It's about the community. It's about being together. And I always say this, we do life together. You've heard me say that.
Yeah.
That's how I view this is this. We do life together and hashtag never alone. And Two Boys says, well, no matter where we are, we're under the same roof in this community. That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to play a couple of clips here because I went through several super chats without playing a clip. So let's do a couple. Jake, do you have any requests? You want me just to surprise you with some more clips?
I just like being surprised, man. Okay. I'm seeing all these crazy things. I'm digging it, man.
Okay, let's do it, man. Let's go with this is a little older one. You've probably seen this one before, but it's a fun one. I like it. So let's try this one. Here we go, guys.
In the water, and you gotta hear these clicks. Oh God! What's happening?
And the scream. The scream at the end.
It's gotta be so careful. And then of course, when it comes to work safety, you gotta be real careful with the equipment you're using, like this poor gentleman here.
I'm working overtime because I want to take my family on a nice vacation. Soon they get a call telling them I was killed in an accident. But hey, I'm wearing a busted harness here. And the company should have checked those tanks to the...
Jesus. Oh my God.
It's like, not only did he get blown off the roof, right? He has to hit the top of the truck and then the hood and then the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Just goes flying. Wow. Is that like one of those commercials from like the thousands where they really tried to scare you? Like with shit? Yeah, I remember that. That was a weird time.
Yes, they're trying to make these over dramatic safety things where you'll like take it seriously when you're doing it. Yeah.
But they're like a little silly, you know? They're like,
exactly.
But this is kind of goofy though.
Kind of, you're going over the top too much to where you don't take it serious. It's like the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So thank you guys for all your super chats and real quick, speaking of which, just right now, we just got a $5 super chat from Troy. Thank you, Troy. Thank you so much. He says, shout out to Marcus, Eric, and anyone else pursuing a dream. That's right. Thank you and love to Jake and Craven. The horror community rules. Rising tides lift all boats, right? That is exactly right, man. That's a great way to say it.
Yeah, it's a great way to say it. I really like that a lot.
I want to remember that. Rising tides lift all boats. That's really good.
Yeah.
Troy, thank you for that, man. That's very kind, and it's right on it. In fact, it kind of would, if this individual was in this live stream right now, she would probably sing this in real time. So I'm going to play this clip because it's like a happy song clip. So let's hear her sing it for us right now. Here we go.
I've got this song that I holler to, and it is entitled "Somebody Loves Me," and it goes like this.
There you go, man.
All right. All right. Hell yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Troy. That's awesome. Very kind of you, my friend. Very nice. All right, so Jake, let's talk Scream 7, man. All right, now obviously it hasn't been announced yet, but I think we both agree it's just a matter of time, right? They're working stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even the actors, like I did a video with Jasmine Savoy Brown's recent interview where she's already talking about what she wants to see Mindy and 7 do, and the most recent one about she wants to see a tropical location, which,
yeah.
Do you notice that Jenna Ortega said she wants tropical? Radio Silence wants tropical. And now Jasmine wants tropical. Now, Jake, do you think that they know something we don't, and they're just planting seeds out there in the media to set the stage for that? What do you think?
If anyone does, it's them. I mean,
Yes.
come on. Like, if anyone's in the loop on what's happening next, it is absolutely those people for sure. I am so down for tropical Scream. I really am. Like, I think.
Too.
I'm a little more like I definitely want to see Ghostface in the snow. Like that I'm very like, oh man, that would be sick, you know? But dude, tropical Scream, I just love horror movies that are set in gorgeous like vacation land, essentially. You know what I mean? There's a juxtaposition there that's just so fun to me. It's like you're in this relaxed environment. There's palm trees. There's people laying in the sand on the beach. But then, you know, there's a Ghostface killer stabbing people in the necks too. You know, there's I love that. I love that juxtaposition. I would love to see that come to Scream too. It's always fun to change up the setting. I don't want to do another movie in Woodsboro. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of like we've done 3 of those movies, you know, 3 movies in Woodsboro, and they're good. I love them. They're fun movies, but I'm excited to see new locations played with by Ghostface in future movies too. That was so exciting about Scream 6 going to New York City. It's like, let's do that again. Let's go somewhere else. I think that'd be fun.
Man. Yeah, no, it would be fun. When Jenna mentioned the Switzerland ski resort, I'm like, oh, dude, that could be so fun. Snowed in, can't get out, you're stuck there. You got multiple suspects at the ski resort. You don't know who. It's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
But they're all leaning towards this tropical environment. And so, you know, and you think about it. Someone asked me on a video today on a comment, they said, well, how are they going to bring Sydney back if they're doing like a tropical vacation or something? Which I proposed they would go on vacation. That's how they're in a tropical setting.
Yeah.
But then I said, you know, now this may be, some may say that's cheesy, what I'm about to say, but you know, whatever. this is just one possibility. It's not necessarily the only. But what if they simply run into Sydney? What if Sydney and Mark is on vacation there too? And it's just they happen to be there by accident.
See, that's kind of funny though. Like it's like so tragic. It's like Sydney has spent her whole life trying to get away from this, and then what do you know? Bam, runs into Sam. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Like
you know, like, oh,
you can't escape it. Yes. It's like the tragedy just follows her. It doesn't matter where she goes. And there you go. Sydney's there with Mark. The kids are with family. So you don't have to forget the kids aren't there. It's just her and Mark at the resort. And here comes the Core 4, and they're like, see him eating dinner or something. She's like, oh my gosh, the Core 4. Sam's like, look over there. They're like, what? It's Sidney Prescott. Here you go. And you know what happens next, and
that would be like, see, here's the thing. The counter to that is they're going to introduce Sydney the same way they did in Scream 5. You know what I mean? It's like Gail dies or something and she's got to show up to save the day. It's like, okay, you just did that in 2 movies ago, but all right, I guess, anything to get Sydney back at this point. But like, that would be like, it's a little more organic than you're giving yourself credit for, because like, that's so funny. If it was any other character, it wouldn't be that funny, but because it's Sidney Prescott, it's like, okay, that actually kind of works, because that's just that's so ridiculously tragic to the point where I would totally be into that. I don't know. I think that it works because she has that legacy behind her. Maybe it wouldn't with another character, but I think it works for Sydney. What a great reintroduction that feels fresh, that feels original.
Exactly.
That's fun too,
That's what I was thinking, man. I put that in the comment. I responded in the comments. Then I was thinking, you know what? I should do a video putting a theory out on how you could do the tropical setting. Maybe I should just take, basically what I just said is turning into a video. That's all. Just expand on it. Because I think there's something there, and so I wanted to bounce it off of you. And now I see like you're kind of like, all right, I like how you're digging it, man. So that's making me think there's, maybe I should go ahead and share it more then, because I thought that'd be just an easy way to do it. She's
well, dude, honestly, like the thing that I've been pitching on my channel, which I still believe, it's like Sydney, she's not going to come back to this willingly. Like she is not at this point, unless somebody dies. You know what I mean? Like if Gail dies, Sydney is running back. You can't tell me that Sydney is purposefully going to put herself into a situation with the Core 4 again. It's not going to, I just won't believe it. I simply won't believe it. And I've had a lot of people suggest like, well, what if Mark Kincaid like gets involved with the Ghostface case? No way, dude. Like he has kids now. He's married to Sydney, presumably. No way. Yep. Like he's not going to put himself in that line of fire like that. It's going to be either accidental or it's going to be because the stakes are so high. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can get Sydney back. And I think that actually totally works for me, because it can't be willing. She can't willingly be like, I'll go help everybody just randomly out of the kindness of my heart. No, Sydney's past that. She's a mom now. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that easy to bring her back.
Yeah. This is a way where you're basically forcing it on Sydney. She's not that she didn't ask for it. Like she's not, like you say, she's not stepping into it. It's just, she has to face it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I'll do something with that. It's kind of a interesting way to do it that, like you say, it wouldn't be this usual formula of, oh, I'm going to come help and all that. We got a couple of super chats here, guys. A Hollywood guy coming in with a $5 super chat. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Says, I could see Ghostface with a dry martini in one hand and his weapon in another, and that's the poster for Scream 7. Oh, okay. Like sitting at the bar or something or whatever, yeah.
A coconut drink,
coconut
like
with a little
like
umbrella.
Yes, the umbrella. You got to have the umbrella. Come on. Yeah, that's great.
You got to. Umbrella sticking out. Yeah, then a $1.20,
In the coconut. Oh man.
Or something, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
This writes itself, man.
It does, man. This is killer. I love it, man. That's great, Hollywood guy. And I'll tell you what. Let's see here. For your super chat clip, let me find something here, man. You know what we haven't done in a long time, Jake?
We
haven't tasted the biscuit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
It's biscuit time, baby.
Get your biscuits out. Here we go. Let her rip.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of
Oh,
the
yeah.
biscuit.
Hit it, baby.
Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And nothing like tasting the biscuit, baby. All right.
Damn right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got one more super chat here. Hey, I forgot about you. Oh, look who it is. It is our good friend, Carrie Crave Cinema with $5 super chat. Thank you, Carrie. It says, hey, my beautiful peeps. Love you all and group hugs. Well, right back at you, Carrie. Group hug to you, my friend. And it's so nice to see you in the chat. Hope you had a great Monday. And you know what? I was digging the biscuit there, Jake. You know, I think we need to keep that song going because what do you think, man? I was kind of feeling that, dude.
Biscuit round 2, baby.
I'm kind of thinking so too, man. Let me let's get the biscuit. Let's keep that biscuit rolling. Here we go.
Get your honey suck on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my chicken wings. Get none of that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes on my chicken wings.
Oh yeah.
Don't like that.
She don't like that honey sauce. She's committed, man. Thank you so much, Carrie, for your super chat. You guys are so awesome. Being so generous tonight. I really appreciate it. Oh, speaking of which, trying to keep up, man. Trying to keep up. Where'd it go? Sarah coming in with another $2.20 super chat. Thank you. Says, I want Ghostface. Full costume, swim up bar, and a margarita.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yes. Imagine in the pool, man. In the full robe, like in the pool, walking down the pool to the pool bar to get served, man, in costume. Like, I love it, dude.
I put on my fancy clothes for this occasion. You just in a Ghostface robe.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Yeah.
Here's the question for you, Jake.
Yeah. Okay.
If that was to happen, would he be wearing he or she be wearing underpants?
Honestly, that's a great question. Like, do you think any of the Ghostface killers just like freeballed it?
I mean,
under the robe?
Could they be going commando? I mean, it could be, because you know how hot those robes have got to be running around, dude.
Dude, they're hot, man. Like all that's like fucking Ghostface in like the convenience store in the first Scream movie, man. Like that's crazy, man. My man was walking around in like probably near the summer in California in that thing. Dude, those are like, they don't breathe.
No.
They're the color black and they don't breathe. They just absorb all the sunlight. It's so hot. It's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. but swimming in that thing, that would be interesting. That would be next to impossible, I'd imagine. But
I think it would be. And the big question would be is, would they remember where they put their underpants? And for that, we need to ask Moose and Toaster or Moose, because they're having that problem. So let's see what they would have to say about that.
Where's my underpants? 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 Where did my underpants go? Where's my underpants?
See, they're in the water. See?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The poster falling in the background just makes me laugh every time. Like
It's
that's
cold.
just so fun. It's perfect. It's so perfect.
Yes. I love that, man. Sarah, thank you for your super chat. All right, Jake. So, we'll have to wait and see, obviously, on the tropical setting. I think I said this, where there's smoke, there could be fire. This is 3 different folks who have talked about tropical. So, I mean, could be.
I'm just down for the different setting big time, like wherever it is, but the tropical stuff you could play, there's a lot you could play into with the vacation idea, like the relaxed vacation mindset of people. You could some things that are a bit of a stretch in New York, I feel like would be a little more, a more not convenient, but like plausible in a vacation setting. You could sneak up on people, I think, like easier. You know, there's a lot more crazy kill opportunities in vacation land versus mundane New York City. You know,
absolutely, and you make a good point because people are more relaxed. Their guard is down on vacation typically. More you're just chilling. Right? You're chilling, you're relaxing. And speaking of chilling, our good friend Jason Dyer is in the chat. Says Stew Train is coming. Next stop is Scream 7. All aboard. Stew. Sister Pam has been saying some really nice things about you, Craven. Oh, really? That's awesome. And this amazing channel. She has some great content. Yeah, I've caught some of her videos, and I have seen her give me some shout outs on a couple of videos, which I thought was really cool. That's really cool. I need to see some of her newer stuff, man. And that's nice, Jason. Thanks for sharing that. And you're absolutely right, my friend. Jake, my fingers are crossed that 7 we will finally get Stu back. You know how I feel, man. The breadcrumbs I believe are there in 5 and 6 we could at least say it's plausible. And they have completely blown the walls off the criteria to survive in a Scream movie now. So if you can accept Chad living, then you should have zero issues with Stu Macher being alive. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I'm sorry, 4 stab wounds. Stu has 4, Jake, not 24, 23, 4.
Yeah.
To non-vital areas, I might add. No arteries, no organs.
Well, his brain got crushed by a TV. So.
No, I don't think so, man.
And electrocuted. I mean, I don't know, man.
I have to say something. It was you yourself that did the research on the CRT TVs, and I remember you telling me that the electricity would not I can't forget the word. Basically, it would not transmit through the plastic. It's in other words that the odds of that and the components are in the back, at the very back.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that was what you told me in your research with your friend who knows about CRTs.
That was that was my lawyer to point that out, to make that
your
clear.
Lawyer, excuse me.
My lawyer, who's a big Stew Train guy. Like he's even oh my God, it's the only thing he wants. He's just
that's true.
Very dead set on it. He's a Stew Trainer to the max. But hey, man, anything's possible. For now, I want to believe that TV has a kill count of 2, which is just really funny to me. For now, listen, anything's possible moving forward. So
it absolutely is. And in fact, just as a reminder, everyone, if you are on that Stew Train, it's time to get it up. Here we go, guys. Get it up for Stu, and hopefully the return of Stu Macher in Scream 7. Here we go.
Hi, it's Nancy Ann Ritter, the girl in bathroom from Scream, and I am on the Stew Train. Stew!
Hello, listener. This is Mike Vaughn, and you're on the Stew Train.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If that doesn't get your blood pumping, you need to check your pulse, man. That's all I got to say. All right, man.
Oh, man.
So, I'm doing a video, man. All right. It's going to be out tomorrow. So I'll give you guys I'll give you a sneak peek. And the name of the video is Stu Macher, the Mastermind Unveiled. That's the title. And I'll be talking about how he's the mastermind of the current trilogy. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a Stu stream, but I will say this because I am the conductor, you know that, Jake, of the Stu Train. So I'd be remiss not to talk about it because this is a theory video stream. And I do want Stu Macher to be revealed as the mastermind. So I know you've been on the train, you've been off the train. I brought you back on the train again, and now I think you're straddling on the fence, or you may have gotten back off the train. So how will you feel if they do bring Stu back in 7? Are you going to accept that? And how will you feel about it if it happens?
I think that there's a way to bring Stu back that can make everybody happy in this scenario. And I just say we go into the Meeks Martin attic and Randy has a videotape of good old Stu Macher before the Ghostface killings, and we get a whole little video of him. You know, it's like we get Stu in his prime when he's being goofy again. We could de-age him a little bit, just like we did with Skeet. We could have everybody back. We could have fucking Randy back, baby. Like, that would be awesome. Listen, I know how much you love Matthew Lillard. Well, you want to bring him back. I think that's the best way to do it. You know, like you can assure fans that they will get the goofy Stu that they love from the past. We don't have to do dark Stu where it's Matthew Lillard being all decrepit and old and sad. I don't want to see 90. That, you know, like, but like dude, my man's been living in a basement for 30 years. Like, he's not going to be happy. You know what I mean? He's not going to be all goofy and zany like how he is. And that's how I want to see Stu. I love him in that 96 film so much. He's my favorite Ghostface killer without a doubt. Yeah. But I want to see, that's what I want to see again. I want to see goofy Stu back. You know, I don't want dark Stu.
I got you. And I completely respect that, man. And you know, look, if they ended up doing something like that, all right, I mean, I would somehow learn to deal with that and all. But as much as I do, you know, appreciate that view, and I hear what you're saying, and a lot of people would probably like that as well. You know me, man. I want him back. I want him starting the dreaded thread in 5 and Jason and Greg.
I know, man.
You know where I'm at, buddy.
Yeah,
and
I know,
Jason
man.
and Greg, he recruited Jason and Greg in 6. And, you know, so if the option is to do that or bring him back as a flashback or a video or something like that, if that's the only option, if it's other than being alive, I would probably say this.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You were ready with that. My man was ready with that. Hell yeah.
Oh, they're just having a little fun. But you know, of course I do want him to be alive. You know, in fact, this video I'm doing tomorrow, I'm actually laying out what I would like to see with him in 7, like how I would write it kind of to come out. But, you know, who knows?
You know, I have a Stu video coming out on Wednesday. I don't know.
What?
I literally just announced that. Like, I just announced this today. Like, I literally on my live stream, I'm like, oh shit. I have a Stu video I've been wanting to do for a while now. And I'm like, I'm just going to do it this week. You know, I literally said that earlier. And now I'm like, oh man, well, this is interesting. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Now, can you share the title? Or are you trying to keep it under wraps?
You won't like the title. Like, you won't like it. I can read it to you, but you won't like it.
Let's hear the title. What's the title?
How Scream 6 killed Stu Macher.
Jake.
I told you wouldn't like it. You can't you can't be upset with me. I told you wouldn't like it, but yeah, I'm going to talk about some Scream 6 on Wednesday and Stu. I won't say any more than that.
Well, let me just say one thing, and I don't know what the content is. Obviously, I haven't seen it.
But, you just know the title, right?
I just know the title. That's all I know. Thank you, Marcus. Fist bump, buddy. I'm with you, brother. That's right. But here's the thing. Regarding Scream 6, and this may not even be a part of your video, but I just want to mention it just in case. A lot of people, and again, I'm not saying you. I don't think I've heard you say it, but I've heard other folks use that whole Ethan television scene at the end, saying that that's kind of like trying to show that the TV killed Stu, because when they throw the TV on him, that kills him. And they're trying to use that as a form of evidence. And I just want to say, this is for anyone who holds that view. You can hold that view if you want. It's totally up to you. But I just want you to know something, though. If you do hold the view, there is an interview online with James Vanderbilt, and he addresses that scene. I did a video on it. I show his actual quote in the video. he completely destroys that viewpoint. And he actually says the only reason that he did that scene was because they had come up with the line that I'd seen that in a scary movie before. And they wanted that line in the movie. And so he said they wrote that scene for that line to be used. And he said it was not written to have commentary on Stu Macher. That was James's own mouth who co-wrote the movie. So
But,
I'm just throwing that out there.
But like, what else does that mean then? Like, that's my thing about it. Like,
I
I
mean,
just don't know
that's
how else to take that. Even if it's accidental, I just, to me, that's how it comes. At least to me, that's how it comes off. You
No,
know? I don't
a
know.
lot of people feel that way, and that's why I'm like, when I saw that interview, I'm like, oh my gosh, because he literally commented on that, saying that had nothing to do with Stu Macher commentary. He says that it's in the interview. It was only he did that just to use that line. He said we had this line where I saw it in a scary movie, and they said we've got to use this line, and they chose the scene of the TV.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you think you don't think there's any type of Stu Macher coding in Scream 6 at all?
I do.
Like,
I think there's coding that he's alive, and I'll tell you what it is, because if you think about it for a second, Quinn's favorite killer was who? Stu Macher.
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Quinn faked her death in 6. If you want to get really deep into this, this could be a way of saying, wait a second, Quinn's favorite was Stu. She faked her death. She's still alive. And that could be emulating Stu he faked his death and is still alive. You could draw a parallel there. Again, it's subtle, but you could make a case that it's at least possible that that's there.
That's a bit of a stretch, man. I love you, but
Could be,
come on,
yeah.
man.
I
Hey,
mean-
Roman faked his death too, you know. Like, I'm
did.
just saying. And
He
that's
did.
kind of like the ode to the sequels is how I feel about Scream 6, you know. I think that all
Mhm.
of them kind of represent some of the killers in the past movies. I don't know. I
mean,
tough
could
to
be.
say. Tough
yeah,
to say.
It is. Again, it's not like spelled out or anything, but you got that going for it. And then you've got different things like the whole Gale attack scene is very intriguing to me too. You know, the conversation that is happening on the phone with Gale is very, very personal to me at times. And it sounds almost like it's someone who's got history with her, the way that conversation goes. And the other thing that's interesting to me is whenever Ghostface calls back, because remember, she hangs up and then she runs into her bedroom to get the gun.
Yeah.
And the phone rings in her bedroom. And it's one of the only times we see that phone number displayed. And we see the 707. It's the Woodsboro area code. And these guys are all in California. And so you see this Woodsboro number dialing in, which is very odd. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then whenever he's attacking Gale and he has her pinned down, again, you see the two hands over the head, which was Stu's signature move in Scream 1. They're subtle. Like I told you earlier, I call them
So you think that Stu was there instead of Quinn?
I think it's possible. I mean, I think it's possible to at least consider.
I will say the difference between that sequence and the Amber scene in Scream 5, like that was Amber that killed Dewey. Like she admits it later in the film. I don't know. I just don't think that personally, I don't think there's an argument there. But with Quinn, she does not admit to doing that. So that, okay. You know, that I can agree is plausible with you. I think that I'm on the like that. Okay. I'll give you that. That could have been somebody else, but I like the whole Dewey thing though. No, but yeah, but I'm not convinced. You know what I mean? Like there's so many little conversations in that movie that feel very Stu targeted. Like they even give us the scene of him dead in 1996 on the board. And it's like, that's been a big criticism, right, of the franchise for a long time. That's why a lot of people believe he's alive, is because they've never addressed that, and they held on that shot for a minute, man. Like it felt once again very subtle, but it felt like, okay, here it is. You know, here's he's dead. Let's move on. And there was a lot of that with with the movie. I like, once again, I just want to say I love Stu. I realize I'm talking to an audience of Stu lovers as well, and I would love to see him back in some capacity, but I want to see my man back. You know, I want to see my 1996 dude goofing around, being his silly self again. You know, I'm a simple man. I like my Stu how he is. I don't think he needs to change. That's so, like, I'm like, once again, I'm down for Stu to come back. I just think that there's a way to do it that's very simple, and we don't, it doesn't need to be a whole movie's focus. You know, we can have a whole little thing that Billy and Stu talked about back in 96 that affects the killers that are present in Scream 7. And it would be fucking awesome. We get everyone back from the first movie. And it would just be like the most wonderful little scene of fan service that affects the plot. You know, it's like, okay, hell yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm on the Stu train. It's just, there's a certain way I got to see it done, you know?
I again, I respect that, man. And
you feel the same way. You feel like there's got to be a certain way to have it done.
do.
We're in very similar boats here, Craven.
Yeah.
We're both simple men. We want Matthew Lillard in our Scream film. It's just, it's got to happen a certain way.
It's got to happen a certain way. It's like we're in similar trains, but we get to a certain point in the tracks and they veer off. One veers left and one takes a right, and that's how we split from there. But that's all right, you know. And you know what? At the end of the day, with our luck, we won't get either one of them. That's going to be our luck. We won't get them back at all in 7, and you know, and they'll completely blow the opportunity to bring Stu back, which will be so disappointing. But you know what? Like I've said this before, if we don't get Stu back in 7, it does not change the fact in my mind that he's still alive. And that he can return in 8 or 9 or 10. It doesn't change any of that. It just means they just didn't take advantage of the chance they had. Because I think they've done a decent job. And we know, you know, and look, Mindy, I'm not a fan of Mindy. Everyone here, I've been very open about that. She's my least favorite member of the Core 4. But I will say this about Mindy. She is a Stu truther. And so I have to respect there, because when she talks to Kirby and she's like, if you believe he's dead, like, thank you, Mindy. So at least Mindy in that universe, you know, is definitely questioning that, whether he's dead or alive. And so I'll give her mad props to Mindy for that. She would literally have a Stu Train ticket if she was a real person here on the channel.
Yeah.
But speaking of real people, Jake, great conversation, by the way, my friend. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
We do have a couple of super chats that have come through since we've been talking. Lady Luna, what's going on? So good to see you, and great to have you back as a Cravenite tonight. Lady Luna says, Ghostface on a cruise ship. Now, Jake, you and I, we talked about that like a month or two ago a little bit. And that was a great conversation. Yeah. Nowhere to run. Yes, many places to try and hide. In the beginning, ship ends up on an island where anything could happen. This could be so fun, Jake, in a cruise ship, right? It's the same concept of a resort. It's a closed-in location, and you can't leave. You're literally stuck. So how do you feel about a cruise ship versus a resort location?
Oh, I'm so down. Like so many great reasons to set a horror movie on a cruise ship. You know, like you said, you're isolated. Maybe your phone doesn't have reception or something. Exactly. You know, Ghostface could knock out a bunch of shit. I love this idea. I remember when I was growing up, there was like a cruise ship that had this actually happened. Like they lost power or something. They were stuck and they were like rationing food and stuff. And I just thought about how terrifying that situation must have been. Like, but imagine that with a Ghostface killer running around. Like there is so much depravity that you can make in that movie that I would be so interested in seeing. That would make for a great horror film. I'm so down for that. Yes. Like that would be a fucking sick movie, I think.
Yeah, it would. It would be crazy, and the potential is basically limitless. What you could do in a setting like that, where you've got like 11 floors, 12 floors in a cruise ship.
Yeah,
think about that. I mean, and how many levels of not living quarters, but you know, sleeping quarters. You know, rooms of suspects. You've got hundreds of suspects, not just a few. Now, granted, you're going to narrow it down to a few, obviously, for the movie, but I mean, the pool of people could be quite large, and I think you could do a lot of stuff in a cruise ship, bro.
You could almost make it like a Clue thing where it's like, oh, this happened on this side of the ship, so it had to be one of these groups of people or whatever. So like you'd immediately narrow it down to like, let's say like 10 people, including like the core 4, for instance, just talking hypothetically.
Yeah.
That would be that would be just a lot of fun. And then it's like, okay, we're focusing on these groups of people and they're like they're quarantined on the other side of the ship or some BS, you know?
Yes,
Like
yes.
I could see some scary things happening from all of that. That would be a lot of fun.
It would be amazing. So I'm down with that. Cruise ship. I can already picture a trailer, seeing this big cruise ship, and they're all like,
oh yeah,
goodbye. They always say goodbye when they're going off. We're off, off to whatever place, and then like just stuff starts happening. Like, I don't know. I my mind could just go a lot of places right now, but it would be amazing to see.
Like late at night, someone sneaks into the room or something.
Yes.
I would love to see someone get thrown overboard too.
Oh, you got to, man. And throw them overboard, because like when last time I was on a cruise ship, man, we went to the back where the motors are, and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Dude, I'm like, if you were to fall off at the right angle, you would get ground into ground meat. Seriously,
dude, like there's so much potential for crazy kills, man.
Yes.
Well, and something else, like I don't know if you've ever you've been on a cruise ship. Like if you look out at night on a cruise ship, like it is pitch black in that water, dude. Like I can't imagine something more terrifying than being thrown off of a cruise ship in the middle of the night to just pitch black, and you're just in water and you have no idea what's below you. Like, dude, that is that has got to be one of the worst ways to possibly go. Like, I can't imagine anything worse.
I can't either. And if it's cloudy, you have no moonlight, it's like pitch. It's literally, it would be like closing your eyes.
You couldn't see your hand in front of your face,
No, you couldn't. Terrifying. And there's no calling for help.
Ugh.
There is no one to hear you, dude. You will literally either be eaten or you'll starve or dehydrate to death.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your
and
fate.
either or is not good.
None of it's good.
Yeah, no.
Ooh. So Lady Luna, that's a great idea. We're down for it, 100%. And I think if I see a commercial or a trailer rather with a cruise ship, it's gonna make me want to dance a lot like Crispin Glover, Jake. A lot like Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Just like this right here. Oh yeah.
Friday 4 dance moves, man.
Dude.
Love that movie.
Epic.
Yeah, dude.
All right, we're going to keep it going. We got Troy with a $5 super chat again. Thank you, Troy. Says, I hate to say it, but anyone from 1 to 3 is an Easter egg at this point. I can't believe they will make it an important plot point. AKA, we're getting old. Well, I mean, to a degree, I will say I can kind of see where you're coming from, depending on who it is. Stu Macher is an exception. I mean, in my opinion, those are iconic characters of the franchise, honestly. Angelina is going to be a little bit more on the obscure side. I will give you that. What about you, Jake? Who else? You think
Joel. I think Joel is like, I'm 90% sure that is Chad and Mindy's dad.
Me too. I still do too, man. Yeah.
And that would be so cool to see him just come back. Like, even if it was for a scene, like you can't kill him because that ruins the joke, but he should just come back for a scene. Just be like, oh, how are my kids doing? Or something. And then just like he pieces out, like, okay, cool. That's all I wanted from Joel. But
yes.
But to your point about Stu and all that, like, here's the thing. If Stu comes back, people are going to want to see that like crazy. Like, and the studio knows that. Like, I'm not like, even though I'm against it, I am in no way saying that it's an impossibility. Like, in no way. Like, it has a likeliness to happen is what I will say.
Yeah.
So if you're someone who's like, you really want Stu to come back, like, that is not an impossibility. Don't let anyone tell you that, because oh my God, that would bring so many people into the theater if they knew that Matthew Lillard maybe had a No Way Home like cameo in this movie at some point.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, it would be pandemonium.
It would be nuts, man. And they would make a lot of money, and just it would, and Five Nights with Freddy's coming out in the fall, and
Yeah.
dude, who knows where he's going to be right back in the spotlight again. So a lot of things. This could be a good move for the movie. It really could. So Troy, I hear what you're saying, man. It does really depend on who it is, I think, for sure. But you know what? Let's keep Crispin going, because we watched Crispin, and I got one more little clip of him too. So let's see him getting down again, just a little bit more. Here we go.
I just love, dude, Friday Part 4 is so good because of him. Like when he dies, I
Yes.
almost like, I'm like, ah, man, it's like, damn it.
It's sad, I know. And look here, Eric, the bearded one himself, coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Eric. Says, also consider this: 10 or so stabs killed Jason, but 23 didn't kill Chad. The TV killed Ethan, but didn't kill Stu. What kills one person won't kill another. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that radio silence, they've changed the rules. That's why it's like fair game now. When you look back, Jake, at some of these earlier deaths, like Angelina, I keep going back to Angelina. One shallow-looking stab wound to the left shoulder. That's it. Come on, man. One stab wound. That is so. I mean, I think she's alive. I really do. It opens the door for all these people to come back now, and they've kind of set the bar for that now. Do you agree with that? I mean, it seems like it's undeniable, because you can live with 24 stab wounds.
I think there's certain reasons to elevate gore and the intensity of kills for sequels, and I think a lot of horror franchises do that, just in general. It defies logic, but so does a lot of the concept of what Scream is in general. Like, if someone wanted somebody dead, they wouldn't dress up in a robe and a white mask and use a knife. They would just put a mask covering their face and probably use a gun, which is the unfortunate reality of it. I hate that. But like, this is a more fun, digestible way to do that in a movie. So I don't know, like, if we're gonna start pointing out real life logical faults, like, man, the whole concept of a slasher is flawed in my opinion. But I don't know. I think, to me, the whole Chad getting stabbed 23 times and surviving, it's Evil Dead. It's Evil Dead 2013 rules. You know what I mean? Like, if people died after one stab, like how they do in real life, it wouldn't be as fun to watch. You've seen that in like countless movies. But have you ever seen someone get stabbed 23 times and live? Well, now you have.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's just, we got to elevate things. As movies go on, you can't just have a character die from a stab wound anymore. Randy even talks about that in Scream 2. You got to elevate things with a sequel, and that kind of builds with every movie, I would argue. So to me, that's why that was a choice. But hey, man, I'm not trying to rain on a parade here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's just something to think about, and to me, and I can, and you and I've talked about it before too. And it's like, I respect anybody's theories about stuff like this, because, the only ones I don't like really consider at all is if they took a bullet in the forehead. That's, to me, it's a done deal. There's no coming back from that. That's over. But if you, outside of like, that situation, like a Nancy Loomis, a Billy Loomis, a Roman Bridger, all took it right to the forehead, right? And I may be missing another one, but those three stick out. Outside of those, you could at least, with the way the rules have been changed in the current universe, you could make a case that these older characters could be brought back if they wanted to. At the very least, it's possible. And I believe there's even a quote from one of Radio Silence's guys. I don't know if it was from Tyler or Matt, or maybe even Chad, but I think it was one of the three of them that said basically any character from the past could be brought back, something like that. Now, that doesn't mean living necessarily. He didn't say that, but but basically he was inclining that we can do whatever we want. You know, we can, if we want to bring back somebody, we'll bring him back, like Kirby and whatever.
I know they're huge Randy fans. Like they talked about how
yeah.
I have heard them say in interviews where they're like, I wish they didn't kill Randy. We'd love to be writing dialogue for him right now or something to that degree. And I love all these characters and they're great, but I just, they died and it sucks and it's horrible, but we have those movies and they're special for that reason, I think. And I'm happy that we at least have those, and I worry. I'm not going to be the guy who's like, oh man, they should stop making sequels because it's ruining the original. I just don't agree with that personally. Like if you don't listen, if you're a huge Indiana Jones fan and you're not hyped for part 5 because of the crap reviews it's getting, okay, then don't go see it. But to me, if I go see it and it sucks, it's not going to ruin that franchise for me. I will always have Raiders, that glorious movie. It's amazing. I love those first 3 so much. I'll always have those, those are wonderful. So I don't know. To me, it's like, do what you want with these sequels, have fun, go nuts. But I think that there's a crazy way that they can set up this franchise for a long future ahead, just depending on the decisions they make right now. Because I'm watching Fast and Furious. Okay, I'm watching that whole franchise right now, and I'm like, this franchise is really dumb, but it's really fun. And the reason it's kept going, in my opinion, is because they keep interjecting these ridiculous and insane ideas in movies. And yes, admittedly, the franchise does bring back dead characters, but it's like that's inherent. You know what I mean? It is an inherently goofy and over the top, high octane, we don't give a fuck kind of movie series. And I just feel like Scream isn't necessarily that. Like, it has campy roots, and I love that. But I don't know if it's I think it has a dark edge to it that is unexplored and needs to have a bigger magnifying glass attached to it, because I'm so fascinated in some of the shit that they're setting up in these movies. It would be a shame if that didn't go anywhere, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Good point.
That was a little long-winded, but
no,
it's 1 a.m, Craven. Give me a break.
It is getting late, I know, and we're gonna start getting ready to wrap up. It is getting late. We'll go for maybe another 15 minutes or so, guys, and we'll probably call it if that's good with you, Jake.
That's cool. Let's
cool?
run it, man. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go 15 more minutes, guys. We'll to go. So definitely send in your burning questions and comments. Super chats go to the front. And Bearded has sent another super chat in. It says for $5 again. Thank you, Eric. It says, bro, just imagine Ghostface on a cruise ship and that amazing Roger L. Jackson voice coming on the intercom. This is your captain speaking. Oh my gosh.
That would be in the trailer. That would 100% be in the trailer.
Guarantee it. Yes. I could see the trailer ending with that. Like that's the final scene of the trailer. You hear that voice and then coming March 13th or whatever,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that we'll get it, but it sure would be amazing if we did. All right, guys. Let's see here. So, Eric, for your 2 clips, I know you love this one, Eric. It's the thigh-grabbing screamer, otherwise known as Bobo #1. So it's an oldie but a goodie, Jake. Here we go. Thigh-grabbing screamer for Eric.
I'm going to make your Bobo bounce right now.
A classic, a true classic.
It is. It just never gets old, man. Now, Marcus says that Matthew Lillard said at a convention he's hoping his performance in Five Nights at Freddy's catches the eye of radio silence and gets him back in the Scream franchise. Ooh, he's ready, dude. Like he wants to come back. So bad.
I know he does, man. He's joked about it so many times. He would nothing would make him happier than for him to come back.
Oh, it would be amazing. Now, something else that I'm just going to throw in really quick because we got 2 more super chats that have come in, guys. Thank you guys for being so generous tonight. And so it's so late at night. You guys are just being so generous. Speaking of amazing things. This coming Friday, just a few days from now, on the 26th, guys, look at this. Max Leferrier, who plays Ghostface in Scream 6. That's right. He is the guy in costume for the bodega scene. All those attack scenes you see, it is him in the costume. And Jason Cavalier, the bodega shop clerk, are both going to be on my channel right here this Friday, the 26th. It's early, guys. It's 6 p.m. Central. That's 7 p.m. Eastern. They are coming on for 1 hour. For one whole hour, I will have them on at the same time. And I am so pumped, Jake, to have both of these cast members from Scream 6. I had Scream 6's production manager, or designer, last week, and now 2 cast members. And I have so many questions to talk about with these guys, and it is going to be phenomenal. And listen, guys, everyone in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. And in general, if you're still with us, or Sarah, I think, Sarah, you just put it in. I think I see it already. There's a live stream there. It's already set up. My goal is to get that live stream to 50 likes before Friday. So when we go live, we're at 50. And when that thing ends, we're over 100. So if you have not yet clicked the link that Sarah has put in the stream, it's right there. If you could click that link right now as I'm speaking and just hit the thumbs up button really fast, 2 seconds, and hit the bell icon, or hit the notify me button rather. If you would do that, I would really appreciate it. There's 36 folks that are still here, and there's not 36 likes. So I know some of you haven't done that. If you would help us get to 50, because I want this to be a wonderful turnout. Because Jake, it's so kind of these guys to give of their time like that, of their schedules, and it's really hard to coordinate with 2 people at one time, for them both to come on and spend an hour with the community. So I hope you all will make plans to be here, to show your support and let them know how much you appreciate them being with us. And I will be taking your super chat questions, because the nature of it, Jake, and you know how it goes, man, with interviews like this, there's just such limited time to talk to 2 people that it's going to have to be super chat questions only. There's no time, because I've got like 15 questions of my own. And so it's going to be jammed. But I just say that to let you guys know, I hope you'll all come and be a part of it. It's going to be special. And thank you in advance right now for going to hit that like button. And please make plans to be here this Friday, 6 p.m. Okay. Just had to get that out there now before it got any later. Now, Jake, we got a question here, man. I want you to give me your thoughts on this. JJ, what's happening, buddy? Send in a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Scream 8. Okay, so we're going to skip 7. We're going to go to 8. Who's going to be the new director, writer of the story? Assuming that we get a whole new crew. What do you think, man?
So I would love to see Christopher Landon, the director of Happy Death Day and Freaky, be the next guy that tackles Scream. I think he's so influenced by this franchise already. He clearly knows what he would be doing with a Scream movie. I would love to see the writer of Freaky, Michael Kennedy, also writing the screenplay. I really enjoyed that movie. It feels so Scream inspired. Also, Happy Death Day does too, maybe even more. I think that they would be a great writer-director duo for maybe a whole new trilogy even.
Yes, 100%. Dude, I like those choices, man, because I'm a big fan of the Happy Death Day film.
They're a lot of fun, man.
They are a lot of fun. And I would not be opposed to that at all. I think it would be really interesting to see what he could do with the Scream tropes, the things that you have to have in a Scream movie. I'd like to see what he could do with that.
So that Christopher Landon followed a bunch of people from Scream 6 too. I don't know if I ever brought that up to you or not. Yeah. Oh, dude, I remember my phone was just I've talked about this on my channel a lot. I've talked about how much I would love for him. If Radio Silence can't do it, he's absolutely my next choice without question. Apparently he had, like, someone had spotted on Instagram, he followed a bunch of people, and my phone was going nuts. Like, people were like, dude, oh my god, like, Christopher Landon might direct the next movie. And I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy, man. You know, I don't know, I just think that would be really cool if that actually happened.
Wow. And that's interesting, man, because that's, again, I go back to what I said earlier, Jake. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire. That's the fact he's all of a sudden following Scream 6 people. Why is he doing that all of a sudden? That's very. Now, this is Landon, you said?
Yes.
Christopher Landon?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, now I'm really intrigued. I didn't know that. That's okay. Thank you so much, JJ. I think that's a great choice. It's hard for me to find one right now that I think would be better, honestly. Because I want to say a name that. No, I'm not going to say that name because I was going to say a name because he does an amazing job writing murder mysteries. He wrote Knives Out and he wrote Glass Onion. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's Ryan Johnson. But
Okay.
I can't.
But if he does Scream 8, do you understand how ironically funny that is?
It would be so meta, beyond meta it could be, to do Scream 8 when he was supposed to have done Stab 8.
Yeah,
Just
right.
insane. But dude, listen, he can write a great murder mystery, in my opinion. Those are really good movies. But no, I don't think that would pass the smell test. I think it would be, but I don't know. I'm curious. There's a part of me that's really curious to see what he could do. But
I don't know. A lot of people have given him shit for Last Jedi, which is, I think, a shame because every other movie that he's made, pretty much, I love. I really do. Like Looper. I don't know if you've ever seen Looper before, but
yeah.
excellent movie in my opinion. I really love the way he writes stories. I loved Glass Onion was pretty good, but Knives Out, I love. Knives Out blew me away first time I saw it.
Yes. Phenomenal movie. I bought that movie. I had to buy that one because I enjoyed it so much. It was just masterfully done. And I'm not going to spoil it because if there may be folks who still haven't seen that movie. If you haven't seen it, it is. It's not a horror movie, but it's a great murder mystery whodunit. Really, really good.
Yeah, if you liked Scream, you'll love those movies.
I think so too, for sure. And even Glass Onion, very well done movie too. I still like the first one better, but it was still good. It's still good. Movie. Yeah.
I agree.
Lady Luna, you take care. Glad you were here tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Sounds good. Hope to see you on Friday. If I don't stream again before then, we'll see you there for the big interview with Max and Jason. All right, and we got one more super chat to get to, and this will probably be it for now. If we don't get any more super chats in the next 4 minutes, this will be our last one probably for the stream. And what a one to close on. Whoa, Hollywood guy banging out a $20 super chat. That is amazing. Thank you, man. Says, I don't like the pick and choose who lives and dies. To me, it ruins the movie. Okay. I said it once. You stay dead. You die, you stay dead. Okay. If you die, you stay dead. I got it. Because if everyone comes back, it becomes supernatural. And I don't want that. Just me. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So two different things here. And I totally get the whole idea of not wanting to pick and choose who lives and dies. I do get that. Now, Jake and I are in a different kind of boat as content creators. So we have to, we don't really have to, but we kind of do. If we want to redo our full potential, right, Jake? We kind of have to commit to potentially getting spoiled, right? We take that risk. We try hard not to, but we also realize that we know we open ourselves up there where it could happen. And I respect those though that, like, even on my channel, Jake, and I'm sure yours too, there are some folks in the community that when it gets to be like 2 weeks away, they stop coming to the live streams.
Yes. Yeah, there are definitely people. Same. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, hey, look, I'll be back when the movie's out after I see it. And I'm like, I respect that. Yeah.
I gotta ask, Craven, did you have it spoiled or no?
I did. A couple of trolls came in and bombed me with it. But now they did not. They all they told me was they're like, it's Bailey and Ethan, and they did not though, because it was after that clip. Some idiot posted that leaked clip,
Yeah.
and which I never saw it, but they told me. But no, but they did not say Quinn. So I was shocked. I was surprised by Quinn. So I at least had one surprise in the movie I wasn't expecting. But it really stunk, dude, because I'm like, dadgummit. I mean, I know now going into it, How about you? Did you know?
So I never had it spoiled beforehand, but I like, to me, I figured out two of the killers mid runtime. Like I remember being just so shocked by Scream 5, like Amber pulling out the gun. I was like, oh my God, that blew my mind. And I don't know, to me, the reveal just didn't hit as hard in Scream 6. Like that was definitely one of the weaker parts to me. I knew it was the cop. I was like, yeah, okay, he's being so suspicious the whole movie. Quinn, to me, the only reason that didn't get me is because Spiral did that exact same twist 2 years ago, and I was thinking about that as it happened, because I'm like, they didn't show us a death, and the Ghostface just threw her body out. I'm like, oh man, they're pulling a Spiral on us. So I was like, it's the cop and the girl to me. So I thought that Ethan got me. Ethan got me. I did not expect it to be 3 killers. I did not expect Ethan to be one. I thought he was way too obvious. I was like, I overthought it, honestly. I overthought the whole thing. I was like, can't be Ethan. He's way too obvious. He's gonna get killed or something. But no. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least there was a surprise for both of us. So it wasn't like, we had one element of surprise. So that's good.
Right.
And believe me, as content creators, guys, we'll take that if we trust me, because a lot of times we unfortunately know everything sometimes, and we still enjoy the movie, but it does make a difference when takes away that element, the whodunit element. But I respect that, and like I say, a lot of times they'll say, hey, look, I'll be back when the movie's out, and like that's fair. So that I appreciate that, Hollywood guy. I totally understand where you're coming from, and a lot of people share that same point of view, and I get it. I do get it. So, for your super chat, man, we got to do something really nice here, Jake, to end the stream here. Let's do. I'll tell you what. You know what? Let's do an outtake. How about we do a blooper outtake from Scream 4? That I just love this clip. It's Dewey. I mean, it's Dewey. You gotta love Dewey, man. So
yeah.
From Scream 4, an outtake here it's just awesome. So here we go, Hollywood guy. This is for your super chat clip. Very generous. Thank you, my friend. Here we go.
Oh, sorry about last night. Just a lot of pressure,
Yes, he's actually peeing.
Don't worry about it, Dewey. There's always next month.
Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. All right, you're pretty good. No.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, dude, I've never seen that. That's so funny. Oh my God.
It's awesome, bro. I gotta love it. And real quick, our last, unless we get a super chat like right this second, this next 10 seconds, Marcus, we're gonna close out with Marcus's last question here. Do you and Jake think they'll pull a Scream TV series and bring in new characters if we get a new director and writing team? So do we think they'll do a Scream TV series with new characters, Jake? What do you think? You think there'll be a new series back on Paramount Plus?
I'd be down for it, honestly. I'm into it. I've heard a lot of TV series, like new ideas being pitched. I mean, obviously, season 3 to the actual, the first 2 seasons, we have not. A lot of people would love to see more of that story told, which I think would be cool too. But I've also seen a lot of people pitch the idea of like a Kirby show where it's just her hunting down a different Ghostface every season. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool. I really like that idea. There's a lot of ideas being thrown around right now, which I love. and I'm very much so into it because I think the show's good, but I think it could be even better personally.
Yes. Yeah, I do too, man. I mean, look, to me, it's low-hanging fruit. They've got Paramount Plus. They've already got their own platform to stream on. And so it's so much less expensive to film a TV show. You do 8 episodes, right? So it's like
Yeah.
one long 8-hour movie, and there you go. And just make it a great story. Keep Roger L. Jackson in it, or if you're going to go back to Brandon James, then bring back my buddy Mike Vaughn. Get him back in there.
Yeah.
But if you're going to keep Ghostface, like, the real Ghostface, got to use Roger L. Jackson. But yeah, I'm okay if they do. Here's the thing with the Lakewood story. I just wonder if it's too late to go back to those characters, because I'm not saying it necessarily is, but I'm just thinking like that ended in 2016.
Right.
Here we are, whatever that is, a lot, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I guess it is, whatever. I mean, you could pick it back up, but they're a lot older now, so it's not going to be the exact like where you left off at point. You can't. So I almost just think if they're going to do it, they're probably going to say we're going to start off and doing it our own writers, our own storyline. But here's the question, Jake. Do you think they would do it having it connected to the movie universe? Or would it be separate like the TV series where they're totally different universes?
I think that's my big thing about the show is that it's like it's a whole new story, but I'm not as invested in the characters. They're not using the
Yeah.
mask. I think there are some things that have to stay consistent in Scream to make it work, in my opinion. Like you have to have you have to have like super relatable characters that are either like teenagers or college kids. Like there's certain factors to Scream that have to stay constant, and like I don't know. Like I'm not saying the characters are bad in the show.
Yeah.
They just don't compare to the like incredibly well written characters of the movies. You know what I mean? Like that's my big issue with it. They're TV show characters where they
That's
needed
right.
to be movie characters.
Right. No, you're 100% right. Now, Jake, Marcus is saying, I'm actually talking about for Scream 7. Oh, I referenced the TV series because we had 2 good seasons with the story still to be told, and they changed creators. Oh, okay, Marcus. Okay, so what he's saying is, if they have to get new writers and directors for Scream 7, will they start a whole new story, or will they finish the Carpenter sisters story? Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
still a
All
good
right.
question though. Regardless,
It is a good question.
I think there's more story to be told with the Core 4, personally. I
Me
really
too.
think we can do more with it. I think we just got to the point with them where it's like, I care about them now. Like I would
Right.
I wasn't saying after Scream 5 they're legacy characters. I am now. Like Scream 6 really elevated them to a point where like and this was, Chad almost dying was a testament to this. Like I was fucked up, man. I was like, no way, dude. No way did they kill Chad. I was so upset. I'm like, I
Yes.
can't believe it. Like I couldn't believe it. And like I
Yeah.
know everyone has an issue with him surviving, but I was cheering and going nuts when they wheeled him out, and he's just like, "Ugh," and I was like, yes, my
Yes.
boy, he's alive. I was hyped, man. I don't know. I personally, I'm very excited to see the Core 4 in another movie. I hope
Yeah.
they don't just drop that and have a whole new set of characters. Personally,
Me too. No, I mean, it seems to me if they bring in new people, they need to finish. They need to kind of like have closure to this Carpenter sisters in some way. Now, some would say that they had closure in 6. Like at the end, like Sam beat their demon, she dropped the mask, and some say that they think that was an ending, like that was a fitting ending for the Core 4. They all got a happy ending, and I mean, I guess you could maybe make that case, I guess, but I just felt like there's still like another one that needs to happen with them before we say goodbye.
but like here's my thing about I don't think the core four should have a happy ending, and I just think that would be so fitting. Like, you know me, I'm so dark, I'm so tragic. I love tragic endings. Those are my favorite.
Right.
I'm evil, have a black heart. But my point is, like, Sidney Prescott is our Luke Skywalker of this franchise, who has this like triumphant win. You know what I mean? Like this battle against Ghostface, and is successful. And yes, she made it. She's out of her horror movie and now into her rom-com phase, and it's wonderful. It's great. I see Samantha Carpenter as our Anakin Skywalker, who starts off as this young, powerful Jedi and slowly gets corrupted by the forces of our world. I would love to see her take a more sinister approach in the next movie, more than anything. Like, that is my number one wish for Scream 7. I don't know. I think that would be so cool and so different. It wouldn't be the exact same thing as Sidney Prescott's storyline.
And then last thing I want to ask you about for Scream 7, do you want Sidney Prescott back in 7?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Come on,
buddy.
baby. She's Sidney fucking Prescott. Yeah, I want her back.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Me too. Oh my gosh, me too. Well, guys, this has been great. Listen, if you're here and you have not subscribed to Killjoy Jake, Sarah has put a link to it right here in the chat. So you literally, all you got to do is click it. You don't even have to search for them. Just click that link. There you go. And you can go subscribe. Check out his content, his live streams, his videos. They're all excellent. Top shelf entertainment. You will not be disappointed. And if you enjoyed the stream tonight, this is just a sample of what Jake brings you on his channel and his perspectives every day in some form or fashion. So you're gonna love it. So go show him some love over there. Subscribe, because he's on his way to 20K. He's on that mission to 20K. You're already over 16.
Yeah,
You've broken the 16,000 mark, Jake. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much, man.
Phenomenal. So excited for you. And don't forget, guys, as we're about to say goodnight, don't forget this Friday, one more time, right here at 6 p.m. on my Craven channel, where you're at here, you're gonna see the interview with Max and Jason right here, who plays Ghostface and the shop clerk at the bodega. Will be here for 1 hour live stream interview. So do not miss it. Trust me, it's going to be a night to remember. And I think Jake will be talking about this one for a while after that one's over. So guys, be here for that. Let's show up and show out for our guests that are so nice and generous to come here and do that for us. So anyway, guys, this has been a fun night. Jake, I want to thank you for spending this couple of 2.5 hours with me. This has been great.
Yeah, man, it's been a blast. Thanks for having me on.
You're very welcome. It's all been really my pleasure. And to everyone in the chat, thank you guys. This has been such a fun night. And Sarah, thank you for putting a link to the stream. There it is. So you guys, again, can go over there, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get it to 50 this week. Would be amazing. And hit the notify me button so you'll get a reminder 30 minutes before the stream starts on Friday to make sure that you don't miss it. All right. I want to say a special thanks to Sarah Campbell and the Spicy General for moderating tonight's stream. You are wonderful as always, ladies. Thank you for being on top of everything with all the links, all of the messages like the General's putting up there, just everything, guys, keeping the chat flowing. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Everyone in the chat, give them a round of applause if you would. Show your love. Let them know you appreciate what they do for this channel and for all of you here in the chat, keeping the trolls out and doing all that stuff that keeps this place the right environment that we all want. All right, this has been great. Well, guys, we're going to call it a night. Jake, I'll see you backstage in just a second. And any closing thoughts, Jake, you want to share before we wrap up? Anything you want to say again got coming up special?
If anyone has Henry Winkler's tie from Scream, hit me up.
Oh, there you go. What would be really funny is if someone actually hits you up and says, you know what, I got it in auction.
Oh, I'll lose my mind, dude. Oh my God. Go nuts. That'd be awesome.
Oh gosh. Marcus says, have a great night, friend. You as well, Jake. Fantastic stream, fellas. Talk to you soon. You too, Marcus. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. And so guys, again, if you have the tie for Principal Henry and Scream 1, let Jake know. Hit him up on Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you all very, very soon. Catch you on the next stream or the next video. And tomorrow, it's so funny, my video is coming out, Stu Mocker, the unveiling of a mastermind. And on Wednesday, Jake's video is Stu Mocker, how Scream 6 proved he's dead. Right, Jake? Did I say it right?
It's going to be a great double feature. That's
What
all.
that is hilarious. So you guys are going to have to watch both videos and then make your own minds up and your own conclusions. But
That's why we do it.
That's why we do it. It's to have fun and theorize. So anyway, guys, we'll see you all very, very soon. And Jake, I'll catch you in a second. But bye, everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time. Good night.